Alright, hello and welcome everyone to New Moon 2021 Cycle 13, also known as Modcards number 1. Today I'm your host playerzero and we are back with New Moon this week in terms of Modcards. So we have a lot of very close and potentially unusual matches lined up today. But before we start, let me explain what is Modcards and how New Moon works. So New Moon is basically the weekly round robin tournament, and it happens throughout the week. What that means is that people can play their matches at any point during the week, and they're not restricted by time or availability, which hopefully makes it easier for everyone to join. And these tournaments also have public setups. This means that after the tournament starts, everyone's build is public and everyone can see what everyone else is playing, which is basically what some of our commentators are going to be going through before each of the matches. And the format for this week is Modcards. So to briefly explain, Modcards is a Japanese exclusive feature where it allows Mega Man to gain different abilities and modifications, hence the name Modcards. So these modifications basically can very much change how Mega Man plays and how the abilities work. So there is a limit though. Each mod card has MB value, and the total MB value you can have is 80. So you'll find that people will be balancing out the different abilities and how everything will interact. So obviously people that might not be as familiar with these, so these mod cards were an actual physical product that was released in Japan, but thanks to the hard works of members in the community, now we have a patch which makes applying them a lot easier compared to before, and also makes it easier for everyone to play them. Obviously be prepared for a lot of unusual and exciting builds. So we might have things like Charge Shot Dark Sword or Buster Shot Minibomb, and who knows which one of these we'll be seeing today. The one thing to keep in mind is that signups for next week are open, so they close today at 10 PM PST, and the format will also be Modcard. So if you're interested, make sure to head to the NYGP and use !New Moon. And yeah, I believe that was everything. So going to be joining us today on commentary is Nonstopmop and SoulXCross. Hello guys.
Hey everybody, it's Nonstopmop. I'm back. Glad that you are back to be here, everybody.
All right, everybody, let's get this business started. I'm trying to see these matches. All right. First up today, we have Symes versus fireboltbro. Both great players in their own rights. And let's go through their setups a little bit. Starting with Symes. What do you see here first?
Here's the MagTech and Mini Brom mod cards.
Okay, so can you explain what MagTech is?
MagTech is basically, upon pushing the back plus B action, you can, I guess,
Immobilize the foe?
Yeah, immobilize the foe. If they are in the same rows, it has the same effect as Charge Beast when that does its Beast Charge.
Yes.
Yeah, that thing.
And then Beetle is what gives Symes the ability to use his B button as that mini boomer, just like playerzero just said, as a matter of fact. Correlation is right there for itself. Accompanying this style is Nightmare and Totem along with Satella. These mod cards are very important to the game, and you'll see a lot of builds playing Satella or Totem or in some kind of variation of these chips, mod cards rather. Now Satella gives air shoes and gives speed max, so it is really helpful for getting shoes for players who have Nard cards that are disabling them. Nightmare gives you access to Status Bug, and it also gives you access to Emotion Bug. And Totem gives you something called Chip Recovery. Upon using every battle chip, you will recover 40 HP. So there's 30 chips in a folder times 40 HP if you happen to use each and every chip. So yeah, that's a lot of HP. So expect to see a little bit longer matches than usual, because most people will be using some form of Chip Recovery.
Next to note, I guess, would be the Planet Man on the opposite side from fireboltbro. Planet Man giving fireboltbro status guard for the entire match.
Now, what's really interesting about Planet Man and the Scarecrow mod card is that you tend to see these two together quite often. Scarecrow gives you the charge shot ability of Doll Thunder. I believe it's Doll Thunder 1. So you have a charge shot that does 120 damage across an entire row. So it's just a line nuke there. Accompanied with that ability to not be statused by things like freeze or fusion. It's a very strong base. It's anti-fun and fun police all wrapped in one.
Fun for one side.
Fun for one side. That's 100% what that is. Now, the interesting thing here is accompanying these two cards, we do see Totem, Satella, and Nightmare again. Once again, just as I said before, these are incredibly strong cards, and you will see some variation of these cards being used quite often. And another interesting thing to bring up is the usage of G-code in this format. G-code tends to be the chip code that is most commonly used amongst players because of its strong utility. In this format, you have access to Gundel Soul EX in G-code alongside of Static, which is really good in mod cards because every mod card is giving you some kind of bug outside of your Navicust. So you're usually going to be able to hit max range with that. You're also got great offensive tools such as Heat Dragon and Wood Dragon, especially since you have access to the Emotion Bug. You will get those random 2x procs from those, and you'll be hitting double damage on those quite often.
You forgot to mention uninstall, which is in almost every folder.
Oh wait, uninstall in every folder, why is that?
Because uninstall is on G-code, and uninstall will help you get rid of air shoes, float shoes, back Bs such as back B Wind, back B Magtech. It'll basically get rid of any most problems that people build their builds around.
Yeah, uninstalls a very, very hard staple that you should probably be running in any build you play for mod cards. It is just too good to not have, even if it's off code. That being said, I think we've covered basically the gist of what's going on here, and we are ready to hop into the match. Let's get it. All right. We are watching from Symes' point of view here. Now, if I remember correctly, Symes is playing that Magnet Man, which is the Magtech we were talking about earlier, alongside that Beetle. So we're going to be seeing the mini bomb usages here.
Or we would if he didn't cross.
Wait, does he actually lose it when you cross? Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you lose like everything when you cross.
For some reason, I believe that it was you lost the charge shot, but not like your B button. That's interesting.
Yeah, so he no longer has the mini bomb. He no longer has the back B. He's just a regular Mega Man now with charge class.
Whoa, hold on a second. That person on the right over there, you know, fireboltbro, he was fucking the spiel at his opponent. What the heck was that?
That was the cracker shot that comes with Planet Man. It's usually your sign that your opponent has status guard.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's crack shot. So crack shot does 60 damage just by pressing your B button. So very much like Symes, when you press B, it's different than your usual P buster, and it combos really well with things like Sun and Black here, which will do quick 260 damage. Really nice turn too, so far. Grab Revenge gonna be expended here, mostly to get that extra HP from Totem. You're gonna want to use your chips most of the times in order to get some HP back, even if you whiff with them. It's really important to keep that value up.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you can't use the MagTech effect, the movement stopping back B on an opponent who has status guard because it is a status.
Which is probably why we crossed here, since it's gonna be negating most of the build that Symes made here, right?
That's correct.
And we see the value of having the crack shot. Now, if fireboltbro can gain some area back, using crack shot immediately gets rid of those sanctuary panels. No fun allowed, 100%.
But it does look like we have the uninstall, which would get rid of super armor and air shoes, which would make it a lot harder for him to use that crack shot.
Oh, in the YouTube chat, Jesse Lou asked, how is he doing that? It is the Planet Man mod card. The Planet Man mod card allows you to use the crack shot ability as your B buster. So instead of getting your normal P shot, you get the crack shot. Oh, y'all are in for a treat today. This is the Gregor battle chip. It does an astronomical amount of damage. Give it a second. And there it is. That's 300, 400, 500, 600. 600 damage from one chip. Oh my goodness. That's damage.
It's such a good Giga chip.
It's probably the best Giga chip, honestly.
It actually might be, yeah. So now both opponents have been uninstalled, so any holes will be a big trouble for both sides. And they are both Gregor, so they're not getting any shoot back.
No Tengu, no hub badge. You are clearly out of resources, sir. But that's okay. They can utilize this to their advantage, especially for Symes here. If he can get in the row with fireboltbro and just hold down that B button, you're going to see his HP drain faster than water can leak a leaky boat. Here you go, coming down for fireboltbro. Not going to be able to use it too well, and traps himself from his own movement. Rush is going to come out here. Oh, and this is going to give Symes a chance to chip charge these battle chips and nail. Oh, there it is. Not enough time to turn, so Ops will just use this area grab and gain back some momentum.
It looks like he's taking his double beast, attempting to finish off the game, considering how it does 420 damage.
Yeah, and it's a multi-hitting chip, so as long as your opponent's under 420, it will pretty much be a good game. Oh, God, that also there's a nice ton of damage here. Erase Man's coming out. Oh, Symes wasn't on that holy panel either, so he's going to be taking extra damage. Invisible comes out. Oh, it goes through. Oh, beat! Yo! No, it's beat! Oh my god, I hate that bird, yo. I hate that bird so much.
I completely forgot about Pete.
You have to feed the bird. You have to feed the bird. Oh my gosh! Okay, what just happened? The mini bomb was a bait, right? It was a bait so that fireboltbro could line up, and Symes wanted that to happen so he could throw out Groundman. But the bait was matched by a bait, which was matched by another bait. It was too good. So much bait. Okay, nice. Symes going for the ice here, and he's got the setup. He's got the setup. This is the dream. Oh, but he couldn't stay there for too long. taking too much damage from that Buster. Dragon Buster is something to be feared. Oh man, that was insane. Yo, someone clip that. That was the meme incarnate. Someone please.
I can't believe Yuli's made his own footing for that.
Oh, Risky Honey Beast Jump was very weird there. It doesn't, okay, so because they're both uninstalled, you have to jump to the nearest panel, and that was the nearest panel available for Firebolt to walk on there. Oh, that was such a weird transaction there. Oh my gosh. And now he's going for more mini bombs. Oh my, deleted by anti-damage bomb combo.
That was pretty great.
That was pretty sick. Yeah, that was pretty sick.
I honestly thought it was over. When I saw Double Beast and he was under 40%, 420, I was like, oh, he's done. He can't come back from this.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, you see all this 2,000 HP taking away from Symes. It's just water. It doesn't exist. It goes down really fast. Especially in mod card format. Oh jeez. Wait till you see Gregor ×2 with full synchro. Oh man. That's when it starts getting crazy.
Perhaps we'll see one in this week's matches.
Excellent movement, and we finally got the beat taken care of. No more taking my lunch money.
We see the Wood Dragon beat from fireboltbro side, so hope it is a good chance he'll be able to dodge it. Symes.
Making this machine gun a bit risky, we'll be able to deal with the trap in Firebolt Bro's possession. But, oh, okay, you know what? The static is in hand too. It will be able to administer that lethal pulsing dosage of uninstall later, so it should be fine. Ooh, and we get the clip after all. Blastman will also take care of these grass panels on his own side, so Symes doesn't have to worry about that either.
Fireboltbro didn't use any chips that turn, I don't think.
Nah, I think they just kind of chilled out.
That was kind of weird. I think Symes brought the Gideon to try and save himself, or if his opponent has Ground Man. That's my only guess for why he would bring the Gideon this turn.
I think so. But it is a nice way to guard yourself against Ground Man with the Geddon. Ooh, and there it is. The SoulXCross setup is here. Windfrack and getting more area here. Now, Symes does have Geddon in hand. Maybe that was to deny Ground Man SP, just like I said earlier. But now that the positioning is what it is, maybe going for... Okay, he opts to go for it anyway.
He probably got as much value off of those poison panels as he already needed. They did the damage.
Did a good amount of damage, yeah. I would have kept it there, though. You know, it's not like putting a nice fire under someone's feet to get them motivated.
Yeah, especially considering that he hasn't drawn his uninstall. It's starting to seem like maybe it would have been an alright idea to have brought it, to have left those poison panels.
Oh, Grab Revenge is going to be able to take back panels, but Symes was prepared. Puts down the area grab before the opponent can go for anything. And no, you don't want to give him panels back. I mean, I guess actually this is better.
It's more panels for him to use now.
Counter hit with the Dawn Thunder. Nice, and getting some extra value out of these B button presses with the crack shot. Nice, nice, nice.
Going to be burning that rush here.
Another counter hit. Wow. That was unfortunate for Symes. He was mashing his life away. Wood Dragon does come out. There might be a Heat Dragon following it, so Symes is just gonna go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 hits. That was 700 damage from 1 Giga, guys. Oh, the risky honey trying to go for a counter hit. Oh no, Symes. Okay, wow.
Okay,
Yeah, he
wow.
stepped back
I
there.
thought maybe he screwed that up.
Yeah, that was so scary. He stepped back for a second. Don't give no chances. Oh man. Wow, that was an impressive match. Oh, wow. Okay, wait, hold on a second, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like we've got some donations to go over. Oh, our first donation is actually from, I think, a week ago, or a few days ago, rather, from Nox Libo. Oh, for $300? Oh, yo, that's sick. Yo, thank you so much, Nox. We appreciate your donation. And then next, we also have a donation from Zay saying, "Good morning, N1." And he gives us a donation of $10. Thank you so much, Zay. Zay is always donating for us, man. Definitely coming in clutch. Thank you so much, Zay. You are the coolest. All right, coming up next, we do have BlueStar versus Des. Okay, BlueStar rocking this time around the Stone Man mod card. Ooh. Hold on, what does Stone Man do? Hold up.
I don't actually know what's in that. And I played against him too. I don't remember this at all.
Okay, yo, let's check it out. Okay, so we have Satella here and Walla. Walla's interesting because Walla gives you custom +1, which can help circumvent the extra cust or room for cust in your Navi setup. So it's interesting that you can grab custom 1 from a small card like that and get some more extra value out of your Navi system. And then we also have Twins here. Twins is interesting because it gives you chip recovery, but it keeps you with normal body. Now, usually when you use a mod card, it will give you something like fire body, aqua body, wood body, or elect body. But with Twins, it allows you to keep that normal body, which means you won't be taking ×2 from random elemental weaknesses.
I didn't know that.
Now, I'm trying to find out exactly what Stoneman does. But while we're doing that, we can talk a little bit about Des' setup. What is his mod cards looking like?
Des has Numbers, Tenguman, Jelly, and Totem. So Jelly, I believe, was the slow gauge. Let me see, I can check that just in case. Yeah. So Jelly gives you Aqua Body, HP plus 120, Charge 4, and Slow Gauge. So that means they're going to be playing the Slow Gauge no matter what.
Okay, so it's basically a triple slow gauge setup because I do believe there is slow gauge in the folder as well. Yep, there it is. It's 2 slow gauges. So we're trying to deny the opponent fast gauge at all costs, which kind of loses value, honestly, once you realize your opponent's not playing any other gauges or if they're playing slow gauge themselves. So they might opt to just chip charge those away for value and damage later. Upon looking up Stoneman, though, what Stoneman does is it gives you HP plus 360, and it gives you super armor. Now, the bug that accompanies it is the panel bug, so moving around has a chance to spawn cracked panels. Shoutouts to Mars and company, and Buster, as a matter of fact, for creating the mod card guide. Really useful resource for people to use on a dime just to find out what mod cards do.
Yeah, I mean, I use it all the time. I don't think I could live without it.
Yeah, for sure. Now, going back to the folders, it seems like we're going to be seeing a lot of G-code once again. Nothing too out of the ordinary, except that BlueStar, instead of running Gregar, opted to go with Colonel Force, a rare choice for mod cards because status guard is such a big deal. Colonel Force, though, can do a lot of damage with multiple area grabs. in your possession, and it also can cause flinching even if your opponent is with status guard, as long as you uninstall them first. So removing their super armor will make them unable to escape Chrono Force regardless. Whereas Des over here is playing both Hub Batch and Bug Death Thunder. So we're going to be seeing a lot of BDT coming out over here, and Tengu Man will help with getting rid of barriers early on as well.
This is one thing that came to mind as you were talking about Cold Force. The BlueStar has 2 area grabs. You said a lot of area. That doesn't sound like a lot to me.
Oh yeah, it is pretty low. I don't know how that's gonna work out for him.
Oh yeah, okay. So Des's goal with Tengu Man, by having the Tengu Man mod card, his charge shot becomes the wind rack. So by having 5 area grabs plus 2 panel grabs, his goal is just to trap you into the last final row and just hit you with wind rack over and over again. And being hit with wind rack makes you unable to take action because you get pushed back, and being pushed back just does not let you take any action.
Upon further inspection for BlueStar's folder as well, we do have Judgment at 1 and 2 Grab Banish in the folder as well. So there is a way to get back area after losing it to area grabs on the opponent's side. So that's going to be very useful versus Des's 5 area grabs, 2 panel grabs. But the two area grabs might not be enough to get a huge amount of capitalization on Chrono Force, depending on how the match is played. But it can be if Des exhausts all of his panel grabbing techniques beforehand. So it could still bring back a comeback factor for BlueStar.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I agree with that.
All right, that being said, let's hop into this match and see what's shaking. Oh my goodness, really? Already? Just starting off with 3 Buster Ups, huh? Must be nice. Wow, okay. So the significance of Buster Up here in this strategy for our dear friend BlueStar is that he's trying to achieve attack 10. Now, in order to achieve attack 10, you need to have attack max in your Nebicas, and either mod cards that give you more attack plus stats, or Buster Ups in your folder that give you extra attack stats. What's gonna happen now is his Buster shots, his normal Buster shots will sometimes shoot out 100 damage or 10 damage, depending on the value or the amount of Buster Ups used. There you go, we see him clicking away with the bug, trying to get some value out of this, but... Ooh, good prediction from Des there! Trying to go for the footsies reads. Decent amount of damage taken away from this Tengu Man card already. Alright, a quick bug fix. Another Buster Up will be good here as well. And there goes Beat. Probably sacrificing that chip away for it as well.
Now that bug fix has been used, BlueStar will no longer be firing, will no longer be missing their shots or jamming their Buster, and they'll just get just complete control over those Buster shots. But with all this area taken over, it's looking pretty tough for BlueStar to get out of the situation. Hopefully he gets some area grab. He got some grab banish.
Well, actually, what's really cool here is that BlueStar could have gone for the Banish into B Brothers combo. So while you're sliding from a Banish or a Grab Revenge or from something like a Windrack connection, you actually don't start flashing until the slide is over. So you can actually throw a Blast Man and Photo Man in the same sequence before they end their slide and connect both of them.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm actually sure. That is a real thing. It's pretty disgusting.
I tried doing Grab Revenge, the Z version, in Delta Ray, but that didn't connect. Like
Really?
earlier this week. Yeah. I
Was
tried
it
doing it.
Did you do it during the slide, or was
I
it
just
like?
mashed it, man. I mashed it. It was during the slide.
Oh, that's crazy because it usually does work. Maybe it doesn't work in EXE6. That's interesting.
Maybe. I have no idea. That's something.
I'm gonna
we
need a
should test
confirmation in
more.
chat. Yeah, we have to test that. Yeah, that's crazy. Grab Revenge will deal with this anti-damage very quickly. And an area grab to boot. Oh, another area grab. Jeez. And Death immediately goes right back to form. This is what I'm here for. Oh, and the counter hit. Nice,
Exactly
nice,
what it
nice.
needed. Okay, he just has to last long enough to keep that full synchro. Okay, yeah, that's not happening.
No, it's not happening. He got smacked out of it.
He does have a second grab banish, so he has his chance of getting out of the situation.
In YouTube chat, I'm gonna not pronounce this correctly at all, but Mahesh is asking, I keep reminding myself that EXE means, but why do people call it EXE6 rather than JP6? Well, in Japan, Mega Man isn't called Mega Man, he's a Rockman, so it's called Rockman EXE. And therefore, that's why we call it EXE6.
We also don't call it Battle Network in Japan. So that's why it would sound strange to the Japanese players if Battle Network was the term used. It's like the one distinguishing factor. Battle Network
Yeah.
not being used in the Japanese version.
Oh man, this battle's heating up. Oh! It seems that they have discovered that there is in fact a shield there, so that's going for that shield. Trying to block some of these attack 10 procs.
It looks like Des has just given up on his grabs. Because I'm assuming that was all of it. So
Yeah, I'm pretty positive it's all of it. Okay, going for Super Army here. And there it is, Bug Death Thunder. Judgment will miss the mark here. Not going to be able to get that paralysis. Oh, and a panel grab, so there was still at least that left. Oh, and a counter hit into the fire. Oh my gosh, no. And there it is.
I
Oh
thought
my
this was over.
gosh. Oh my
I
gosh,
always-
the counter hit. Oh man. Woo.
Wow. BlueStar got uninstalled first turn. That's the luck. Wait, what is he doing?
What is he doing? Blue Star? Blue Star? Blue Star. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey,
No.
No,
That
no,
goes
okay.
second.
Yes, that goes after the chip. After the chip. Thank you, Blue Star. Thank you, Blue Star. Okay, so what we're scrambling about is if you take uninstall or something like White Capsule before the attacking chip, it won't work. It will whiff. You want to take the attacking chip first, then the uninstall, or then the White Capsule. Ooh, I like this strat, placing those cubes in the back row, making it harder for Blue Star to move around and get stuff started. And another counter hit with the reflector. Oh my gosh, if you guys haven't noticed by now, but Blue Star's favorite battleship is Reflector, so he will rep that every chance he gets.
Also, wow, both players drew uninstall on the first turn then.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Usually when people get it on the first turn, it's so much value if you get it right away. On Desmond.
Oh, I hate that bird. Fishing for a counter hit here. Oh, he's gonna dodge it.
Oh,
There goes the
there's
uninstall.
It's
And another counter hit! No! But this time for Des! And there's no escape for Blue Star! He's gonna have to ride out the entire turn getting smacked up by this wind rag! Oh, and
the
there's
icing on the cake!
Yo! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my gosh, is that end of turn anger, bro? On a grass panel? Oh, that's not Blastman. Oh, if that was
Yeah.
Blastman. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
That would have been a pretty solid way to come back.
Oh, absolutely. Dorman is in hand. Goes for it. No TFC. This is going to be max damage. Nice. And we get to punish too with grab banish into the poison, followed up by a flashbang. No flashbang? Oh, why did he throw it? Just throw it. He's flashing.
Yeah. You usually don't want people to land on those things, so throwing it when they're invisible is the perfect time to use it.
Oh, too early, too early. Oh, into your race, man. Oh,
That
it's
was
not looking
tragic.
so good. Yeah, that was tragic. Oh, that's not what you want to see. He pressed select to look at that ball. You do not want that on your personal space or in your personal area.
And it's pretty great that he looks back and he's like, oh no, this is the situation I'm in? I don't think there's any chance.
Maybe he can move back in time? Now that you regain movement? No. Yeah, that's it. That's GG. Go in game
That's-
3. Game 3.
Oh, GG.
Double Beast doing 420 damage, multi-hitting battle chip. It is just so disgusting. Very hard to even whiff with it because those beasts jump around everywhere for those damages. Yeah, Double Beast is definitely a meta-defining chip.
Basically every folder in mod cards runs it.
Early bug fix again. Yo, we're getting early bug fix is so busted. Like, how dare you? Like, you didn't even go dust. You didn't earn it.
Especially for a bug fix build, but buster bug build.
Absolutely. Beat Wolf Beer its ugly head once more. Oh, I feel an area grab is coming down. There it is. I know. Oh, but he defended it really well. Now it's a footsies game.
Losing the center is such a big deal with these kinds of builds.
Yeah, especially for Tengu because Tengu has to hit in a wide sword range. So getting that one center panel means they have to tiptoe around the corner in it if they want to do any damage with it. Oh, in YouTube chat, Abdullah is asking, what is Healing Buster? And I'll bring it up again. It's the Twins mod card. It recovers 20 HP every time a battleship is used. So you'll often see people healing after using battle chips. Oh, and the Gundel EX!
Oof. Let's see if there's anybody to get out of this one next turn. Oh, they have the 2 grab banishes. This is a pretty good chance to get out.
It is a nice way to get out, but if the opponent has life aura or some way to contest that grab banish, you won't get the area pack. So bringing the life, the banish, and then possibly bringing the wind rack afterward would be the most ideal situation here. But he doesn't go for that.
He put a reflector first. He really likes it.
Oh, we see why. No TFC. Go for it, mash, 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 just mash, just mash. Oh, you see, okay, you saw how he was able to take the buster at the end of the drag there? That's what signifies that you can get that hit there. But he didn't mash it out.
He didn't.
Rush will trigger here, but thanks to that bubble wrap, there will be no paralysis here.
It's these kinds of situations that are very, very good for BlueStar. Now that no area has been taken, he's basically able to just shoot him down with those random 100 damage shots.
Taking some time in the cusp menu is really smart to just give yourself some breathing room, give you time to think, and to formulate a plan to come back into the next game, you know? Ooh, yikes. Oh man, this reflector is just getting so much value. It's so good.
Typically when you use Hub Badge after you've gotten uninstalled in order to get your tools back, like your back B or your shoes of any kind. It's very unfortunate that Des was uninstalled literally seconds after using their Hub Badge.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes, man. Oh, and the Buster Bug. Oh, and gets the D-Cross with the charge shot. That's so much damage.
The D-Cross on the bubble added even more damage. I don't know if it's double again, but that was incredibly strong.
You know, when Buster Bug is in play, it kind of gives me anime vibes where Mega Man never charged his shot. He just fires willy-nilly. This is what it feels like to play anime Mega Man, bro. Just firing off these Omega shots from, like, your B button. It's pretty sick. Oh, he almost dodged all of that. That was insane. I would have used that life war. I would have done it. I would have spent the cash.
Oh, he had the wind rack for it, right? Literally right after.
That is true. There is a charge shot still, too.
Ooh, and this erase band is guaranteed. This is looking pretty dunzo for Des.
Yeah, one Buster will clear it out. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, with Buster, with the bug fix in play as well, he had no chance of missing that Buster shot either.
Very good game to both players. They played really well. That was that was really tough.
I honestly didn't think that was how that would play out, but that makes a lot of sense that once Tengu Man loses all that area, it's just kind of game over because they're fighting someone with 10 attack and 100 damage Buster shots.
Yo, hold on. Shout out to the Code Lyoko Progressive House song. I actually bumped that. That joint's kind of hot. I'm not going to lie. Oh, man. But who do we have up next?
Wait, who is next? Hold on.
Oh, it's looking like it's ShironaNep versus Symes. All right, more G-Code. This is going to be an ongoing thing. G-Code is just way too strong to not play. There's so many options to just get rid of Sanctuary and Pawn Cypher Field, double damage from the Heat Dragon, maybe possibly ×2s from Humor on those dragons as well, Gundel. So there's just too much good stuff in G-Code, especially when you bring up mod cards. So you'll see it quite as often. You don't see G-Code as often in Standard because it loses the Gundel Soul, and it pretty much, you can't get those ×2 procs because there's a less Humor in Standard. Also, static isn't as easily usable without having a bunch of bugs in your Navicus, so the mod cards really allow that code to shine as powerfully as it can.
Also to take note is that ShironaNep is running Larkman, a very powerful mod card that lets you destroy the opponent's chips with your charge shot.
Yeah. So, looking at these mod cards, right? Larkman, Numbers, Totem, and Jelly is an interesting setup. You want to go into what Larkman does?
Larkman basically it gives you air shoes. I believe it gives you beat too, actually.
It does. Yeah. It's pretty nasty.
It gives you beat, air shoes, and the ability to basically destroy your opponent's chips by charging your charge shot. You just charge it up and hopefully it hits. And if it hits, even if it hits through anti-damage, it will destroy a chip.
So, let me be straight. You're deleting my chips. You get beat. And you have air shoes all in one. Yo, that is probably the most busted and most annoying setup I've ever seen in my life. I love it.
I do have to think that Lockman is probably one of the most difficult to fight builds just in general, because it it basically doesn't let you sit around holding your defenses. It doesn't let you sit around holding your options. It forces you to just throw them out there and pray that they aren't prepared for them.
Unfortunately, we're getting this POV from Shirona's side, so we won't be able to see what Symes ends up losing in the middle of the match from the charge shots. So it's kind of hard to judge sometimes off of RIP what Larkman is doing for you. But rest assured, he's losing something.
Actually, this is a double VOD. We will be seeing what chips Symes loses when he is hit by Lockman's chip destruction ability.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. But yeah, we already seen Symes setup. I think we're pretty much good to go here. Let's rock into the match. All right, and just as we said before, this is in fact a double VOD setup, so we will be seeing both sides of the screen. If you look to the right, that is going to be Symes' POV, and on the left will be Shirona's POV. So it looks like we will get to see what chips are stolen after all. Amazing! And immediately Beat just takes something. Oh man.
Okay, that's what you gotta do. Right at the start of the match, you almost always just throw away Beat, throw away Rush, and you don't have to worry about it later.
It has to be the strat, because dealing with those late game is the most unbearable things you can probably deal with, especially if it takes a Giga Chip.
Ooh, that was close. If they got that freeze, that would have been a guaranteed chip destruction on that, which was basically just the uninstall.
Yeah. Loss of uninstall early to Larkman would not feel nice at all. Okay, so we see the full extent of Symes' powers here. Going for the back B to lock down and rain the opponent with a bunch of mini bombs. Really nice setup. I like this a lot. This is also very anime.
I love it. It's really cool.
Yeah, Symes stopped by Higsby's after school and decided to pick up 50 mini bombs. Decided to throw it in this match.
Oh, and we just saw the pseudo status guard come into play, because just now, after being hit by that Judgman, ShironaNep was not paralyzed.
So basically, pseudo status guard is interesting to say here, because after you are uninstalled, usually any attack will send Mega Man's head back, right? He reels from the blow, from the impact of his attack, right? Now, without super armor, we call that flinching. Now, whenever Mega Man flinches, he'll be confused, like so. Now, what this means is if you hit something with like an Aqua Dragon on ice, instead of getting frozen, he'll flinch instead, which gives you a pseudo status guard, which allows you to still move around and not get frozen. It's actually really interesting. Ooh. And once again, we see Larkman just stealing chips away from people. Ooh. This is the funniest thing. You know, you could at least try to step back, you know? Still get the same value.
You can't step back, right? Because of the status that doesn't let him move.
That's true, that's true.
that life aura will be very helpful to surviving this turn because ShironaNep could not move from these panels because of that uninstall.
Oh, but guess what? There's a wind rack, mini bomb, arrow, mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. This is mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb.
Okay.
Mini bomb, mini bomb. Oh my goodness, yeah.
This is just like the anime.
Man, you gotta use all those tips I gave you, huh? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Ooh, counter hit into static ×2. We'll take it.
And now Blast Man ×2.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Very much angry from that last round. Okay, I really like what's going on here. Symes willing to give up the slow gauge here so he can accelerate to his next chips. But I think he might as well just use it to gain some HP back for chip heal.
I think the idea is that because the shot is thrown out, the charge shot, it gives them enough time. It like cycles through, right? They have to charge the next one now that they've shot the first one out.
Rush will be taken care of thanks to this life aura here, so no paralysis will be ran. And another area grab from Symes and another wind rack. We're in the same exact situation, but Symes losing tons of HP to this poison panel, doesn't care, is throwing out these mini bombs anyway. And it looks like Shirona's gonna go ahead and clear out the poison panels for Symes here, and himself.
I can't believe he brought that wind rack at that perfect time. It looks like we're going to see Grigor this turn. Let's see if this actually lands, because it looks like Symes has a bunch of defenses up.
Okay, so it's interesting here because it's not like Grigor is dead, because it will most likely deal with the aura and the anti-damage, so you do get a lot of value out of that here. Getting rid of 2 problems with 1 chip. But you do technically want to see that for the damage and not necessarily just for dealing with aura, right?
Yeah, but I think it was in its own sense good value.
Oh, and we see Kernel Force in hand. Shirona definitely wants to go for that, but you need a little bit more area to get good lethal damage in there. My sanctuary's light. Gotta sing it for him.
Is it light?
Is it light? I thought it was light. It could not.
I have no idea. I always thought it wasn't light, I'll be honest.
Erasement XP, it will connect here. Doesn't have to even press a button because it times out right in front. And this will mean a free follow-up to steal a chip, but thankfully, Symes isn't bringing that many chips.
Actually, I don't think it's enough time for the Erase Man. If you use the Erase Man by yourself, and it's not a TFC, you generally won't have enough time to charge up to max and shoot off the shot before they can move.
There goes Beat, taking away more chips. Will Shirona be able to secure one of those panels? Yes, they do.
Wait. I think that area grab did 5, right? That still broke that still broke the anti-damage?
Yeah, that's very interesting. I don't know why it broke the anti-damage there. I guess it's only Airy Grab that does that. Yeah, that's what PZ said just now in Twitch chat. It always removes anti-damage. That's pretty cool, actually.
That's really weird.
Okay, great discipline here from Shirona, not going to TFC the anti-damage to Erase Man, because Erase Man is a cursor chip and it will delete that anti-damage that's set up. I make that mistake all the time. It is pretty unsettling.
I still can't stop myself from doing it.
It's like impulse. Press A button now. Do it. Do it now, Gohan.
That was Gregor! Gregor's gone!
Gregor! No! Gregor was destroyed by the Lark Man! Oh no! And there you go. There's the value, Lark Man. Killing Giga Chips out here. Gregor X, goodbye.
The fact that it goes through the anti-damage, I feel like it's just the icing on the cake. Yeah, it just makes it feel so much worse.
In Twitch chat, B Niles asked, what does exclamation point mean in Battle Network? So basically, that is a time freeze counter. When your opponent starts a dimming chip like such as Erase Man, you can respond to it with your own time freezing chip, maybe like a Ground Man SP or an Erase Man of your own. And these are called time freeze counters. Oh, and the Gundel EX! We'll get some great value out of it too. Symes tried to go for, Shirona tried to go for the, oh no, I was right, it was Symes. A Wind Reactor in order to blow them back, but the range on Gundel EX is too strong.
Looks like we're going to have a defensive turn from both sides, actually.
Yeah. It's looking really slim for Symes. Only 93 HP. Shirona just captivating this lead. But Symes going into Elec here will be able to do double damage on these charge shots to the Aqua Body. This is why Aqua Body tends to be the least favored body element for this game in mod cards, because all of a sudden your HP will drain to Dolph Thunder or Electros.
It's actually a really good way of getting them to cross out, because if the opponent crosses out from normal Mega Man, they will actually lose that chip destruction ability. Symes has to get on. He has the width.
Eternal Force! Oh! Because they were locked in one panel! They couldn't clear it out the rest of the game! And okay, so chip charging this battle chip is smart. Oh, wow. Shirona clutches it at the very end there. Wow.
Symes he put up a really good fight to survive that entire thing. I think maybe it would have been possible for him to have survived it if he mashed the Bidden, perhaps, before the Colfos came out.
Life 4 come up here, and Erase Man is in hand as well. Symes, this time going for Electros immediately, gonna punish this here Aqua Body with these charge shots.
Yeah, I think maybe he realized, or I don't know if he just realized, but perhaps his goal is just to get ShironaNep to just cross out of that silly thingamajig so he doesn't have that chip destruction anymore. He does have the static to try and get rid of the aura here. So maybe he'll get it.
This would be really good because static will also get rid of the trap and still probably do a little bit of damage as well. Nice setup here. Goes for it. Oh, but because of the invisibility, Symes just unable to clear that anti-damage and gets decrossed by the Wood Dragon. The reversal of fate. Symes trying to abuse the elemental weaknesses here, ends up getting destroyed in the process, and a static with counter hit here too.
Symes lost the Ground Man SP there, so he lost his ability to get rid of that anti-damage for free.
Larkman is doing so much mind games and damage right now. Mental damage is almost more important than damage itself sometimes, and Larkman loves to do that. Shirona locking it. Oh yeah, go ahead.
It kind of makes you have to rethink your entire strategy with how you choose your chips when you're dealing with Larkman.
Absolutely. And now, Symes taking care of that wretched beat and throwing out the real chips he wants to use for the turn. Does land the ice here. Both players are locked. Sanctuary not taken yet, but Symes does lose access to his wind rack.
That kind of felt like maybe he had decided, yeah, it's okay if I lose this wind rack. So the conclusion there. It looks like he has both the Gideon and the Life Aura to try and deal with the Cold Force that has just appeared.
Unfortunately, you're gonna lose your Sanctuary that you just used, so it's really unfortunate. And he gets the Gundel EX with some follow-up damage from the machine gun. Life Aura finally makes its way up, but it wouldn't have prevented the Gundel EX anyway. Oh, and a whiff for Blastman here. Shirona doing really well with this life lead. Almost 1,000 points between both players.
At the very least, the Life Aura and other types of barriers will protect you from losing your chips. So.
How interesting. Symes finally draws into Gregor. He's going for it. Shirona does not have a defense in their hand at the moment, so if Symes opts to just go for it.
Oh,
Symes two for that. Nice, nice, times two Gregor. Look at the damage. That's 600, 200, 200, 200, 200. Oh my goodness. Oh no! For Shirona responds in kind and gets some HP back thanks to that lovely chip heal here.
Now that Symes has been uninstalled, he basically doesn't have the ability to stop his opponent's movement anymore. So now he just has to go into a cross to try and finish this off.
That's not a bad strat here because Slash can put on a lot of pressure, and an uninstall of your own will be able to even up the game. Element Man for the freeze! Oh, it's too close. What's your follow-up? Bug fix is in hand. Symes has nothing to TFC with. He's gonna lose his chips. Oh no! It's Gregor!
Wow,
One hit, two hit, three hits. Yo, he does it. Shirona gets the win. Oh man, that was insane. Oh man,
I'm actually surprised. I thought maybe, okay, I don't know if Symes actually had defenses under that wind rack, but I was very surprised that ShironaNep did not go for the chip destruction before actually using the Gregor. I think normally people would think that maybe that, there's a possibility that they have a defense up, but it's almost like the decision to not go for it was the correct one in this one.
Okay, I think the mindset was that there was no TFC to Element Man. There was no TFC to these chips that I'm using right now, right? Maybe if I delete this chip, I give them access to the defense that they have, right? So that could have been the mind game there. And Shirona was just like, you know what? I'd rather gamble it on you not having defense queued up next than take away an option and accidentally giving you one. Right? That was tough.
That's actually true. Good. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, like when you put it that way.
It's always a mind game, especially when it comes to Lark, man.
And with that, I will be taking my leave for now. Thanks for having me around, guys. This was a pretty good time watching all these games.
All right, take care till later. I think you'll be back on eventually. So if you want more Nonstopmop, please wait around. He'll be back.
Yep, thanks for having me. See you guys later.
All right, so going to be joining us now is Symes. Hello, Symes. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, hello, playerzero. Yeah, we just saw the end of that brutal match versus Larkman, so definitely not fun losing your chips to that.
It is very aggravating. How did you feel during the match? Was it like, was there tilt, or was there like, okay, I can still be composed, I don't really feel too much pressure here? What were you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad. I kind of thought I had it there at the end of the third round, but I didn't have any defense in my hand for that Element Man freeze into Gregor with the pseudo break rock, so
I didn't even know there was pseudo break on those rocks. I thought there were no. That's crazy.
yeah, it's so dumb because it's like, even if you if you have shield and get like the shield on a Gregor, right? Like, you'll block the first hit, which does the 300 damage, which is still great, but then you'll still take all the damage from those rocks. It's it's such a dumb giga.
It is pretty stupid, I'm not gonna lie.
But looking at the next match here, we have Nonstopmop versus Toadman DS.
Wow, so if you thought you were done with Nonstop, he's back for more, but this time he's playing. So let's check out what he's got going on over here.
Yeah, so we see a very interesting build here with the shadow virus from BN2 and 3. And so what that does is it makes your charge shot invisible, which is banned, but it also makes your we saw my build had the mini bomb buster. What sword does is it makes your buster a sword.
Now what's really interesting is the reason why this was important, specifically the sword aspect of the mod card's abilities, is because Nonstop knew that other players would often go for like a Tengu block against him in order to combat his own Tengu man. So having the sword would actually decross Tengu if he's able to mash out that B and go for the slash. So it's actually there to be a check for that exact situation, which was the logic behind it.
Yeah, and the other thing is another unusual mod card we see is this Metroid card. And so what Metroid does is, we've seen some of the B plus left abilities already, like the Magnet Man Immobilize. And so what Metroid does is it gives you a B plus left Meteor 3. So it sends down 3 meteors on your opponent's area.
Combo off with the Omni shoes like Natalie from Tengu Man giving you those beautiful shoes. We have Sparky, or Shaky, known in Japan. Now what Sparky does is it actually gives you float shoes at the cost of minus 5% of your HP. So he will lose out on HP here, but getting float shoes on for free through a mod card is pretty interesting. As well as getting the fixes for Color Bug and Warp Bug. Warp Bug being an annoying bug, especially if you don't have bug fix in your folder.
Yeah, and if we look at that Metroid card again, one of the things the Metroid card does is it actually gives you a Warp Bug, so... And yeah, the Sparky card fixes that.
Now, looking over at Dorman's setup, or Toadman, as he wants to be known as, we have the Searchman mod card, one of my personal favorite mod cards. Searchman allows you to change your charge shot into the Circle Gun charge shot, which will do 130 damage. If your opponent is standing on a hole when you use that charge shot, they will whiff, or if they're standing in the center, the attack will whiff as well. Now, Searchman's really interesting because it takes away those shoes, but if you combo it with Searchman's Satella, the satellite cannon that he happens to use in almost every game he's in, it will give you back those air shoes that you so lost. Now, Satella and Searchman is a tried and true combination, and it's definitely a shout out to his playstyles in Boundary 4 and Boundary 5.
Yeah, the other big thing Searchman does is it gives you Chip Shuffle. Chip Shuffle is in regular BN6 as well, so probably most of you have seen it. But in regular BN6, Chip Shuffle is just this giant, bulky Navi cusp piece, which just takes up way too much space and basically leaves you with no room to have like anything else that's good. Whereas the when you get it from the Searchman mod card, I mean, that's not nearly as bad as running the having to use the Chip Shuffle in your Navi cust. So
What I do want to point out that's remarkably different for this matchup and the ones we've seen prior is the usages of codes. Uninstall G does make its way into Dorman's folder with Woodman and Uninstall G, obviously. But we see B code, X code, a little bit of Z, Y, and for Nonstop, we see S code with Slashman SP and a bunch of those S coded chips.
yeah, for sure. We see the B navis along with Banish a lot in BN6, and they're still very strong here in the EXE format as well.
Looking over at the S code on Nonstop's side, we see 4 copies of the Mine battleship. Now, what's really interesting is that Mine in this game has 2 major weaknesses if you know how to look out for them. The first one is the fact that you can actually tell where the mine lands after it's used, if you're paying close enough attention, of course. You will see the very last panel it shines upon before it sets itself. The second weakness is that if your opponent has float shoes, they will ignore the mine altogether, so they will never take damage from it. So these are some massive weaknesses to this chip. However, after an uninstall, it is quite easy to set up this chip for damage, as they will no longer have float shoes at their disposal, maybe until they use a hub batch of their own. But for Gregar, there will be no way to get that back, so it's going to be quite strong if an uninstall lands.
Yeah, the other sad thing about mine, I've mentioned this before, is it used to do a massive 300 damage, but sadly in BN6 it got a big nerf, so it only does 200 damage. So even if Nonstopmop uses it with a humor proc, and that's another interesting thing here. Usually we see people use the Nightmare mod card to get humor, since it's only 5 MB. But Nonstopmop actually has a bugged humor in their Navi cust.
To go alongside that mine strategy, the Metroid will be playing here for those back B meteors. So we are going to see Nonstop going for the back B meteors in order to pressure the opponent into moving into these mines. So it's going to be quite an impressive mine game to behold. So let's hop into this match and see how it shakes out.
Yeah, so seeing this Searchman build with the circle gun charge shot going against this Metroid setup, the Meteor 3 left plus, or B plus left, it will be very interesting to see how this plays out. We already see here Nonstopmop has a couple of grab banishes along with that Slashman SP.
These kinds of hands are always kind of scary for me, because you don't really want to see something like double grab banish as early as turn 1 or even turn 2 sometimes. But having one of them is pretty great if your opponent is trying to pressure you with area. You can immediately just grab it back and start putting on some pressure of your own. Speak of the devil, and it shall appear, area grab does come down, so it will give some worth to this grab banish, immediately evening up the area once more.
Yeah, and there we see the meteor. Ooh, but that's circle gun. Oh no, the man.
Oh no! Unfortunately, gets a miss there. Beat's
Yeah,
gonna come out and take something though.
The circle gun can be very hard to get the timing right on. Ooh, but we see. Oh wow, the turn 1 Gregor from the chip shuffle.
Turn 1 Gregor, how much we doing? That's 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what? 800 damage from one chip turn 1. That's incredible. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we're seeing there as well the power of the chip shuffle from Searchman. Normally in a BN6, it's impossible to get a Giga chip on turn 1, but if you have chip shuffle, you can just shuffle it right into your hand, and as we saw there. And so now a Toadman DS already has a huge lead.
So Jesse Lou in YouTube chat asks, how is that chip not banned? Well, let me do some math for you real quick. Assuming you have 30 battle chips and none were taken from B. Oh, actually, even with B, you still get the chip recovery. Now, assume if you have chip recovery, say, for 40 HP per chip. So that's 30 times 40 for almost 1,200 extra life, right? That's effectively 1,200 on top of the big amount of HP you start the game with. In this case, we have Nonstop starting with 2,000, so that's 3,200 HP. Chips like Gregor are necessary to help you dive back into that HP, because otherwise there would be no dying happening at all.
Yeah, and the other thing is Gregor is not like a Kernel Force. It still gets stopped by both it's still just a dimming chip, so if they TFC invis or anti-damage, it just gets blocked and that's it. There's no it's insane, but it doesn't have anything like the Gundel Force combos that Kernel Force has.
Yeah. The same thing kind of goes for Double Beast too. Double Beast is a mega chip that does 420 damage, which is insane for a mega chip. To compare it to another big damage chip, it's Groundman SP for 390. So
yeah,
like
the thing about but the thing about Double Beast is it doesn't get stopped by holes.
Oh, and the Delta Ray completely whips into that anti-damage. Oh, that sucks! Oh my gosh, that was unfortunate. So yeah, these chips might seem overpowered or unreasonable, but trust me, yeah, when your opponent has 2,800 HP and you're at 400, you're gonna be wishing you drew that Gregor.
Yeah, that is actually a great point. I mean, you have these insane chips like the Side Beast Gigas, Gundel Soul EX, Double Beast, but they do kind of balance out with all the crazy mod card effects as well.
Now, let me tell you about a format called Seniors.
I was actually just about to mention that.
Yo, go ahead. What you got for Seniors, bro?
Yeah, so Seniors is in the Japanese version of the game with no mod cards, but you still have those crazy chips like Double Beast and Gregor, and it's just really dumb. Because, yeah, like, without all the extra HP for mod cards, like, those chips are just way too strong. And there's the Blastman SP coming out for 500 damage. This is actually a very close game now.
Oh, and Rush is going to come out here and confirm at least one of these back Bs. Oh, yeah, so you can just spam out those meteors as much as you want. There's basically no cooldown to it.
And there's, I see a Nox Labo. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that in Twitch chat. Thanks again for the donation. And we see here, Nonstopmop here has these area grabs, this grab banish, and also a mine. So.
Oh, really quick, on Twitch chat, Nox Labo asked, would it be unfair if Gregor could use Hot Batch? And my answer is yes, it would be astronomically horrible for... I don't think Bowser would ever win. Like, okay, so...
Do you really think it would be that much better than a Kernel Force or the Gregor Giga?
Yeah, but you just run triple Giga, because it will never be bad.
I don't know about that. But we see here a Nonstopmop has this Tengu lock, and their HP is actually still very close here. But we see this Double Beast here in Nonstopmop's hand. That would actually, if it connects with Toadman at this low HP, that would finish the game. And it looks like Nonstopmop is going for it here.
So all Toadman needs is at least a couple of defensive chips lined up. So maybe an invis into another invis to try and circumvent this damage coming in. Oh, and the TFC's there. Oh, but the recover.
But these Windrak charges are just doing so much.
Okay. Now, some of you might be thinking, why didn't he just use Double Beast? This was incredibly important. In order to pressure out a defense from your opponent, you use these charge shots as often as you can to put that pressure on them. At 1 HP, they theoretically would want to do anything to save their own lives, obviously. That's when it's time to TFC and respond to that defensive option. Otherwise, it is always optimal to kill them with the easiest thing in your possession, which at that point in time was the Tengu roll lock charge shots.
Yeah, a big part of this format is using your own passive damage to pressure the opponent into being the first one to go for like a defensive chip or something, and then like you'll be like camping Double Beast or Gregar or something. So you pressure them into using their defense for your whatever like buster damage you have, and then you TFC and hit them with like the big Gregar Giga.
I love the uses of Cyber Sword. They're all accidental, but it's still hilarious to me. Opting not to go for uninstall here. Pretty interesting. Probably waiting out for that possible... Well, no, actually, your opponent's playing Gregar, so there is no options. One uninstall will definitely like change the scale of the game. Surprised Nonstop didn't go for it there. Oh, another whiff!
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You know, there could have been some latency in the middle of this match, actually. I'm not sure what the connection was actually looking at, because obviously the recordings don't record the lag that comes with it sometimes.
Yeah, I think both players are in the US, but it's still possible that there might have been some lag. Ooh, another miss.
Yeah,
And
it's really
also
rough.
I'm also not sure who was host and who was client. If Toadman was client, then that definitely could also add some latency. That's the rough part about using a Searchman with this circle gun charge. It has a much harder timing, like compared to Element Man or even Magnum. Wow, another unfortunate mess. Ooh, but the Gregor's gonna get blocked by this Inves. And that was a ×4 Aqua Dragon.
Still not going for the uninstall here. Oh, okay, now we're doing it. All right, you know, I respect that.
And yeah, just seeing that full meteor spam is really funny.
Oh, in YouTube chat, Blue Mage, aka BlueStar, is asking, those meteors seem crazy. They come out so fast. Do they have a downside? The only downside is if you do happen to get clipped by one of the meteors, you will be flashing. And they don't really do much after you start flashing. So really, it's a pressuring tool to make your opponent want to move around and run into those mines.
Well, I mean, if they didn't cause the flashing, imagine the DPS on them if you got like a panel lock. That would be insane. So. And oh man, another miss with the circle gun. That is so unfortunate. All these misses. Okay, they finally get that one, and as we see, it removes the trap, but there's the uninstall.
Oh man, the pressure is on right now. Only 500 HP left. Proto Man will come out and do a significant amount of damage as well. Nonstop is in a bit of a pickle, but he does go to lock down this area. After the uninstall, they won't be able to move back, so Dorman has to go for these charge shots in order to create some pressure.
And yeah, as we saw there, just like in a regular BN6, the power of those B-code navies, the 500 from the Blast Man on grass, and then another 290 from the Proto Man, and now this has put Nonstopmop at a very low HP.
Hub Batch will come out, but he throws away the Hub Batch! Oh, okay, I think that was an accidental TFC.
All the times. That's it.
Wow. And here we go, game 3. This is a grueling set so far, man. I can't. What's really funny, actually, is if Nonstop did happen to get out that... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. If Hubbatch did go through, he would have had undershirt, but he would have also been paralyzed, too. So it would have been easy just to step down and bust her off. Yeah. And now we're seeing the power that is Circle Gun after -1 area. It's very strong.
Oh wow, that was a crazy TFC chain. Ooh, and gets the Element Man on the one remaining grass panel that the meteors didn't clear.
Unfortunately, they were flashing already, so no damage was dealt. Sad face. Dorman giving it a little bit of thought before going into the next round, trying to decide which chips is best to go in what order. Honestly, you're in a really good spot here, so it's better to just take some time and mind game the opponent a little bit. Unfortunately, though, Nonstop had that bandage, so he'll be able to get all that area back. Raceman will deal with the trap here as well.
Oh no! Could have just let it time out, and now they lose out on this ×2 slash man.
No.
Oh wow, that's huge.
So for those who are at home, Erase Man Star.
Wait
Erase
a second. I think that might be Bodyguard.
Oh my gosh, it was Bodyguard. You're right. So, okay, the way you can tell that Bodyguard is being used is actually if you pay attention to the screen. When you form a PA, for a moment, you stop losing HP in the custom screen because it takes you out of it. It pauses the game essentially, right? And then you rejoin the screen and start losing HP again.
But oh no! Oh, was that a ×2 Bodyguard? Oh, look at all that damage.
He knew it was Bodyguard, and now he's still taking the damage from it.
Oh, that Erase Man miss.
No!
That is one of the most unfortunate Erase Man misses I've ever seen, and yeah, now already down to just 40 HP with Toadman still at almost 1400. Nonstopmop has a mountain to climb here.
Something, I want to draw Gregor.
Yeah, but they're on Falzer. They only have a Hub Batch. But we do getting good damage out of that Wind Rack charge.
Instantly, well, oh, Delta Ray! Oh, that's not gonna hit. There's an anti-damage here. Okay. and get some extra HP for this area grab too. 170 is not a bad place to end at. Oh, he's opting to go for defense here instead. Ah, man, this is rough. I would just spam out these, a couple of these mines. Oh, no.
Oh, uses the ground mana.
Oh, okay. Actually, no, that's fine, right? That's fine, because he wasn't going to hit the ground man anyway. But he will hit this judge man. Oh, but the life aura will protect him. 1 HP is all you need.
Yeah, but as soon as a non-stop steps back, yeah, that area will be reclaimed for Toadman. And then Toadman will be able to just camp the back column and be safe from the Windrax.
Nonstop is gonna go for double damage from Aqua Charge Shots here, which is actually an amazing strat. Usually with Attack Max, Spout Cross does 70 damage with Charge Shot, but because Fire Body, it'll be doing 140 instead. So it's actually not bad DPS. And going for the mine here. Oh,
yeah,
my.
it actually becomes as strong as Erase Cross or Elect Cross. Oh, the rush comes out.
It will be time to chip charge this bubble. He's going for it, and it connects into the ice, and it connects as well, Judgment!
Oh, this is so close.
1 HP! Undershirt saves his life! Only 30! Can you mash it out? Can you mash it out? Oh, the mine did damage! The mine!
Oh, misses the Element Man. What is happening?
Oh my gosh, the
Element Man
scramble!
would have been the game.
Can Nonstopmop make it out? I don't know. I don't know. This is it.
You do not want to let your HP tick down to 1. Okay, it stops at 4.
So the reason you want 4 HP is so that way if you get hit by something like a mine, for instance, you will still go back down to 1 thanks to Undershirt. This is why it's so important to have that chip. And then combo that off with the chip recovery. It is so important to make sure you maintain that high HP, or as high as you can. The second mine, he forgot! He forgot there was a second mine! Another one's going down!
Soul, what is happening?
I don't know, dude!
Up on that top front panel. Don't
recover
step down.
300.
Don't step down. Don't step forward. Step back. The other 2 panels have mines. They are not safe. Okay.
Okay.
Man steps back. Maybe he
He's
knew.
scared, dude! He's scared, dude! He doesn't want to move. Oh, he misses! Yo!
But
But he's in the back! There's nothing. That's not enough damage! That's not enough damage, bro! What are we gonna do?
The charged Aqua Dragon on Fire Body is 480 damage. That, and if oh, but they're crossing into Tengu. Are they trying to? They're trying to pull him onto the mine. They're trying to use
that's so smart.
They're trying to use the. Oh, but down to 1 H. Can they get it? It's.
Oh no! He wants the damage! No, the blast man! 1 HP, both are flashing now! Step up, step up, step up! Oh, he made it to the next turn! He made it to the next turn! He has 1 more turn! Can he live a whole turn on 1 HP?
This is what an insane match.
Oh,
the third one.
He just did it! Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Yo! Oh man! I'm taking mental damage. This is crazy. Great game to both players there. That was really intense. But further into the stream we go with BlueStar versus Symes. Oh, it's you. Hi, Symes.
Hi, Soul.
All right, we've seen Symes' setup before.
And I think we've also seen a BlueStar already as well.
Not much to discuss here. Chrono Force is going to be interesting versus an opponent with 5 area grabs, but thanks to all those grab bags and grab Judgment, of course, he'd be able to circumvent that. So it's going to be interesting to see how BlueStar tackles this hurdle that is Magnet Man and Beetle.
Yeah, and we see here BlueStar's got the Buster Bug level 3 along with 4 Buster Ups. So And they also have, it's pretty rare to see. You usually see people in a fire body or a elect body, but none of the cards BlueStar has give them an elemental body, so they can stay in base form, and they will be in a keep their null element, meaning no elemental weaknesses to take advantage of.
That is one of the major ways to take advantage of twins. You know what? You make one mistake, yo, and everyone just wants to crucify you for it. I'm sorry. I will now take this time to redact that I called Blue Mage BlueStar, because that is not the same person. But moving on, let's go ahead and start this match and see what happens.
Yeah, let's get right into it. It looks like this will be from a BlueStar's perspective. Oh boy, and there's that reflect Buster ups on turn 1. What is this draw?
Hold on. That wasn't a coincidence. He did the same thing earlier, too. Judge? Judge?
Yeah, looking at their,
Yikes. Blast Man on grass panel? Oh, that's too strong. Just going for it. Yeah, just mash him out there. Get those Buster ups.
oh, there's... And see, the really funny thing about this is, with the attack 10 Buster is so strong that depending on, how many Buster Bug procs you get, even if I get the mini bomb setup, sometimes BlueStar still wins the DPS trade. Ooh, but
Yeah. Ooh, sliding into the anti-damage there. Yeah, it makes it really risky to just go. The mind games? Yo, oh my gosh, Symes. What? What? How did you know? How did you know? I need to know.
I mean, it was the end of the turn. I knew he probably had something.
Oh my gosh, all these reflectors, jeez. I wonder how you're gonna deal with this. This is gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it actually, in some ways, it actually really kind of counters the mini bomb strat.
Were reflectors something that you were aiming to look out for in the middle of this match? Oh, he stepped down.
I mean, not at first, but then that happens, and it's like, oh shit. Like, I throw a mini bomb and then take 200 damage back, and then this Proto Man SP, like... And so yeah, we actually see BlueStar with about a 450 HP lead right now.
And oh my gosh, already Colonel Force is in hand. What is this, turn 2? BlueStar.
I think turn 4 or something.
Okay, it's not that bad then. Oh, SoulXCross time.
Yeah, I think after I decided that the mini bombs were but the counter hit.
Nice counter hit that will end the turn. What happened? Definitely a brain fart there just now. Oh, is that our Blast Man I see? Oh, this is gonna hurt a lot if these connect. Yeah, I don't see a reason to go for Saint. Maybe, okay, hold on. You have Judge Man. I think Judge Man into Windrak is much more important here to go for first. Oh, and there goes Rush, which means you're gonna get a free charge shot out of this or any kind of other follow-up. Nah, you just go for the Slash. Black Man XP times 2! Oh, the Ganon saved your life! Oh my goodness, Ganon got rid of that grass panel underneath, so it didn't do 1,000 damage as it was supposed to.
Yeah, but it still left me with only not that much HP, but then we see here the power of Totem recovering some of that HP back.
Your grab will come out here, still can't move. Oh, and he moves! Alright, cool, we're good. For some reason I thought you uninstalled earlier. Oh, and Sanctuary is going to be really nice here too, because Gedon's just been used. Oh, not the area grab. Giving your opponent sanctuary panels is not the move. Into life aura. Oh no. No. Oh no. No. Not like this. Okay, damage is halved. You just have to make it to the end of this turn.
Yeah, and we're also still only in a normal gauge, I think. No one popped off slow gauge yet.
Wind drag immediately. Yeah, that's the first choice. That's the only choice. You gotta do it. Gotta do it. I would do it twice. I would take them both. I'm taking them both. Yep, they got. Gotta take them. Yep.
I think on these sanctuary panels, actually going for the life aura there from BlueStar might have been a good play to set up that holy aura.
I don't know, man. This could happen. This could actually happen.
Yeah, Gregor actually can't, unless it's a ×2 Gregor, it doesn't beat holy aura, but
He doesn't even know what to do now. I guess I just go fire. 1 HP. That's it. BlueStar just has to make a few adjustments to the play here. I think everything was going pretty well for them, actually, in the last round. You played well, of course, too, but BlueStar could have played a little bit safer, I feel like. A lot of stuff was just rushed out.
and it looks like both players here from the color bug are starting with invisible.
Invis coming out on your side too, ending the turn. Gonna lose out on the reflector there. If you really wanted to get that reflector, maybe bringing it first over the Invis would have been better.
Yeah, because when you're invisible, you can't actually use reflector unless it's for something like a judgment.
Yeah, for sure.
Because even a race man, for some reason, also has pseudo break, so he'd even beat the reflector.
Do you think your Raceman will still be as amazing as it is if it didn't have pseudo break?
Yeah, it doesn't come into play too much, but I mean, one thing Salad did to me was use the Element Man freeze to set up a ×2 Erase Man SP. So
Yes.
that hurt. That hurt quite a lot.
Just like this Blast Man?
A lot more than that.
Ooh.
Man. Ooh, and the uninstall Heat Dragon.
This Ground Man's gonna hurt a lot too. 3 hits for 390.
So that is a pretty early uninstall for BlueStar here.
And now in this is still normal gauge, right? Yeah, it is. So it's not gonna be as bad.
And so these guys, these volcano panels, now that I'm uninstalled, they would actually flinch me.
Ooh, going for a grab and a shear would actually force you to slide through a couple of those volcano panels. So it would be pretty good. You can even link it up with that Blast Man as well.
That would actually be really funny.
It would be really funny.
Grab banish into the. I wish there was a way to create the volcano panels. There's no chips in DN6 that can make them. Or even
Honestly,
mod cards.
I feel like I'm fine that they can't create it because they can get really ridiculous really fast.
And so since I'm uninstalled, this I can't be pushed back over the whole panels.
Another ×2 Blast Man. Jeez, that's good damage. Oh, the Judgment got blocked! It was so bad it lagged the game. That's funny. Still
Yeah,
trading positive.
we're seeing here the that Buster Bug is pretty much trading equally with the SoulXCross. That was actually crazy. We were losing like the same amount of HP. And yeah, that's really showing the power of Buster Bug. It's basically depending on how many procs you get, it can be just as strong as SoulXCross, if not stronger.
Gregor coming from you on this turn. I don't know why. No, I guess not. Judgment will get back these panels though, and trying to go for some more of those Buster Bugs, but not quite getting it. It was smart for you to back off because you were about to get hit with that wind rack there.
Oh, and so we're seeing the, so I also have a Shrubby. And so with the mini bombs, it doesn't do anything, but with my Buster Shots, when I'm in a cross, we see it makes those grass panels. And there's another Buster Bug proc from BlueStar right at the end of that turn.
Still no bug fix in sight for BlueStar here. This is pretty unfortunate. One of the downsides of playing Greyguard, especially if you have some kind of custom bug, is that you don't get to see your chips as fast or as fluidly as SoulXCross can in Valzar version. So you're really hoping to just draw into your chips, especially early on for something like bug fix. Oh, Heat Dragon does get rid of the Life Aura thanks to the grass panel, and the Sanctuary is going to help out too, but TFC to the Garden. Oh, but the freeze? Okay, that's still not enough time. Okay, 1 bug, 2 bugs? Oh no, you can't escape that. No procs this whole time. That's rigged. Oh my gosh, you survived. Wow, and finally, before the the custom bug comes into play, bug fix is finally in hand. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna die there.
Yeah, I did too. The game was just like, nah, man. 1 out of 16 is too high for you, bro. 3 out of 16, not either. Just take blanks. That's what you wanted, right? You wanted all these blank shots. How unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, and it's for that reason that we usually see those types of Buster Bug builds in Valzar, because they do have access to that SoulXCross to dig for the bug fix. And now this actually might be tough for a BlueStar to come back here.
Oh my goodness. You almost danced around that. Yikes. Such a close game. 3 Buster Ups again. Yo, he's cheating. He's cheating, bro.
It looks like he has a reg chip, but looking at their sheet, they don't have any regs or tags listed. So that's kind of
Bishop?
yeah, kind of stuff.
Must be nice. Oh, and he gets the hit. What, you also get one here too with blast. Oh no, but the rock blocked it. Oh, but you do get on install, so we'll take that. He immediately grabs the reflector. He's taking both of them. All right, I mess with it. He's gonna counter hit it, and then he's gonna hit you with the counter hit one.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, that's basically the strat against the, when you actually fight Gregor as a boss, that's the strat. Yeah, you saw that dodge there. I knew it was coming.
Oof. Not the second one, though. Oh, that's so much damage. Yo, those mini bombs. Mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb, mini bomb.
I think it's just like, it's the most disrespectful thing you can do in the game.
It really is, honestly. Oh my gosh. Yo, hold these bombs, cuz. With your face.
Yeah, because like mini bomb is like the chip, and like it's always in your starting folder in every game. And it's like usually like the first or second chip that people take out.
Erase will confirm here. No procs. Oh, that was close.
I got a couple procs there.
Nice. The wind rack immediately. Oh. Yeah, that probably didn't feel good, even on Sanctuary. It just backed up immediately. It's like, yeah, you got it. Oh, but now it looks like BlueStar has the opportunity to get some of these Sanctuary panels for himself. No TFC here, and this will mean area grab will go down as well. Nice, nice, and now time to press forward. Oh, nice static.
Oh, he could, oh wow, BlueStar could use the wind rack to push the, Oh, why did he use the wind rack to push the boulder into me? That would have been so funny.
Nice extra damage too, that's plus 60 value, right? Because the cube does 200?
Well, I'm actually not sure if the cube would be affected by the holy panels or not as well. That would have been very interesting to see if it would have still done 200 or 100 there.
Maybe it would have done 100. I'm leaning to 100 at that point. You're right.
It's always really funny whenever those cubes get pushed into people, though.
It really is. Oh, this hand is disgusting too. Both players go right into slash. Oh, we're gonna see some slash fest.
And there's the uninstall from BlueStar, but I was already standing on a hole panel, so I can still move around on these holes. It's basically like you have a temporary air shoes.
Turn Double Beast will do a significant amount of damage here. Thankfully, there is Totem in place, so just using some chips in the next turn will give you back a lot of HP here.
Well, actually, BlueStar only has twins, so instead of a 40 HP per chip, it's only 20 HP per chip.
That is the one downside of twins, right? To give you that normal body you so desire, you sacrifice a huge amount of recovery. Like 20 less per chip is such a big difference.
Yeah, but twins at least does also just give you another HP plus 100, which isn't a lot, but it's at least something. Yeah. And now we see the sanctuary come out from blue. Oh no! Oh yeah, okay, there it is. It got a 3-frame.
So what's really crazy about being 3-framed is if you get hit with an attack that might drag you or cause you to flinch, you lose that chip. Getting 3-framed is the equivalent of ledge trapping somebody and 2-framing them before they touch the ledge.
Oh, and there's that Q force.
This Q force is going to do a lot of damage, but since you're standing on a sanctuary panel, it's not going to be as much, so he's going to want to push you back with this wind drag, go for a grab, and then lock down this kernel force.
Yeah, the Q force with the I think the Q force paralysis with the buster bugs can also do can do so much damage as well, because yeah, the Q force from the para just gives you so many of those free buster bug shots to just add even more damage.
Oh, the anti-damage denies that pushback. Area grab does come down though. Gotta charge shot this off. Oh, Element Man! Element Ice will deny. Oh, 1 HP frozen? That's it. Wow, went for the charge shot. My face went. GG's.
Yeah, yeah, GG's. That was a very fun match. I mean, the end of the that second round with all those misfires, especially, was crazy.
Very close game. That was actually quite enjoyable to watch. But unfortunately, that is my cue. And for now, I will bid adieu. Enjoy the rest of the stream, and I'll be watching with you guys in the comments.
Yeah, it's definitely great having you on, Soul. As always, very hyped commentary. Definitely fun to see mod cards as well back for the first time this year.
Alright, yeah, so going to be joining us now is Nonstopmop. Welcome back.
Hey everybody, I'm back again to finish off the stream.
Yeah, we've still got a few more matches left. So next up we have Nonstopmop against Fireboltbro.
So we haven't actually seen fireboltbro's setup until now.
No, he was in the first match against me.
Oh, right, he was. Oops, excuse me. Let's see. He has the Planet Man. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. Earlier, you had to cross right away because of that Planet Man.
Yeah, the Planet Man completely, it's pretty sad, but yeah, the Planet Man just completely stops what Magnet Man tries to do.
Yeah, I think other than that, it's a pretty standard G-code stuff. He brought the Risky Honey, and he has the Beat and the Rush. None of this actually affects the goal of my build, to basically have people step on the mines. And so in that sense, it's alright as a matchup.
Well, except the Planet Man has that crack shot, P-shot. Wouldn't that break the mines?
That is correct. If the crack shot is used on a space that has a mine, it will destroy the mine. So I guess that's a problem. I have to just pray that the mines end up in the back row.
I mean, it's like as we said earlier, Planet Man really is like the fun police, because he has the status guard to stop stuff like Magnet Man. But then he also has that crack shot buster, which just gives him basically an infinite supply of holes. And so like anything that uses panels, like mines for example, Planet Man can just basically shut that down with the crack shot.
I believe that was also a problem for the Slashman SP that is in my folder, because all he has to do is just put down a hole and sit behind it.
Yeah, I mean, there's Planet Man is definitely a extremely powerful card, so it will definitely be interesting to see how you're able to try and play around it with that status guard and those holes. And I think with that, we can head into this match.
Alright, so I just wanted to say this is the single match that was played in Japanese, because for a while I thought that it wasn't an issue, but I think there's a situation where it might cause freezing for the other side.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I wasn't, because I know someone wasn't able, I think it was actually this match, someone wasn't able to save their recording because it just froze after the set completed.
Oh, that's interesting. I know that before some other players like Salad also played on it without the translation patch, and I don't think it had any issues then, so that's interesting. And we actually used to use an older version of the translation patch, and it actually did have more issues because it I think it like fixed the tornado white pill glitch.
It fixed it?
Like, yeah, the older version of the translation patch like patched it out, so it would actually desync with the unpatched version. But this version of the translation patch, I think should be fine.
Also, I wanted to point out that I basically threw away that Slashman there because I think it was basically just, yeah, I had no chance of landing that.
So those meteors, I think, do they hit on hold panels?
I believe they do. If you're standing on a hole, they should still hit you.
The mini bombs actually don't. It's very sad.
That's actually really sad.
Yeah, it's the same thing as the base gig. If the other person's on a hole, it just basically won't even have a hitbox. So if the meteors still have a hitbox on holes, that's at least something.
Yes, it is something for them to have. I'm pretty sure it hits though. I'm pretty sure, unless they're not very easy to hit, but.
Okay, I think that mine is in like the bottom front corner. I might be wrong though.
I have no idea how you how you see them though. How do you know?
Yeah, they are very fast. So yeah, there it is. And yeah, see, the Planet Man just stops so many things. Like, yeah, Ground Man basically can't do anything, as we saw there.
Yeah, that's why I threw it away, because I basically didn't think there was any way of landing it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just, like, it's just Planet Man, man. He's just so good.
It's definitely very scary. I don't think that Planet Man is actually as big in the Japanese scene. Like, at least the impression of it, people think that some other things like chip destruction are maybe stronger, but it's definitely just very, very scary just in our situations and stuff like that.
Yeah, so going into this spout cross here to go for the double damage charge shots on the fire body. Although against the Scarecrow build, it is very scary.
Yeah, Scarecrow, scary.
I didn't even mean to do that. that was unintentional.
It felt pretty real, but I mean, it's true. It's all true.
Yeah, I think fireboltbro's the only person so far we've seen who's used Scarecrow. So the Totem is the most common card for a chip recovery, but Scarecrow is also very strong. Scarecrow has chip recover 30, and as we see it, makes your charge shot that Dull Thunder, which can be very strong for these baseman humor builds. So Scarecrow is definitely a huge part of the meta.
I think this is a pretty good timing to go for the uninstall here, but there's the chance that he might send me back with some sort of banish. I forget if those are in the folder.
Yeah, but you do have this anti-damage.
Oh, yes.
And, yeah, there it is. Blocks the grab banish. So now with the...
Goodbye, uninstall.
Oh, wow, yeah, losing the uninstalled machine gun to Erasement. Ooh, but fireboltbro misses with that Element Man.
I did hit the invisible, so I think maybe they just did whatever. Maybe? Oh, this is the one situation for Planet Man to just basically have nothing to do.
Yeah, that is actually one of the big weaknesses of Planet Man. If you can get up in his face like that, the Crackshot Buster is actually kind of useless. I mean, it's still good for breaking the panels if you don't have if you uninstalled them and they don't have shoes, but obviously, as long as you're in Tengu Cross, you have shoes, so yeah. And ooh, misses the Bubble Star as well.
Oh wow, they just can't do anything.
Oh wow, and they finally use area grab. I'm not sure why fireboltbro didn't use that area grab first.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. If they used it first, they would have been able to use a bunch of their other tools.
And yeah, so that was definitely a very well played first round, using the Tengu lock to basically shut down all of fireboltbro's options there.
I think at some point I kind of realized that the mine strategy was not a very good one, and landing it and trying to fight against Planet Man was just not the time for it. So I think that's why I went to the crosses.
Yeah, if you get the if the mines go into the back column though, then the crack shots actually can't deal with that. Like what happened in our match when I was trying to use charge, but you just kept getting them in the back column. So if you get that, then that could maybe work here on Planet Man as well.
Does the charge shot actually break those mines?
For charge cross?
Yeah, like if you...
Yeah, it should.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Oh.
Yeah, the charge tackle is actually very useful for that type of stuff. You can also use it to clear out a element trap for free. Charge tackle, in addition to just being great for damage, also has a lot of that utility, but...
Oh, wow.
Oh no! He threw away the summon black, but got the double beast instead.
Yeah, I think that was probably just a mistake. They were probably mashing a little too hard.
And so we see the status guard from Planet Man there, not getting paralyzed by that rush.
I honestly forgot in that one moment. I probably forgot in the actual match as well.
And yeah, with kind of just a defensive hand here.
Yeah, I think at this point, my goal was to basically dig out Hub Batch in order to have 5 attack to start shooting out those spout cross stuff.
Yeah, but if you can, Scarecrow gives you Elect Body, but if you have another card with Scarecrow to give you Fire Body, it's very strong because
But why? Why is it strong?
because it decrosses Spout, so you don't have to worry about those times 2 charges as much because you just decross them with the Dull Thunder. But we saw the Gundel Soul EX come out from fireboltbro there. And yeah, they just got immediately cancelled by your Wind Rack.
The charge shot is at least very good. The Tengu, the Wind Rack charge shot is just in general not something you can do much about other than just having the area for it.
Yeah, it lets you always have an answer to like Barrier 200 and Life Aura, so that could be very useful. Just as even a utility. I think, oh yeah, using the Grab Banish while fireboltbro was still, off the field from the anti-damage. But yeah, the Wind Rack just pushes him out anyways.
Yeah, I think I thought about the waiting, but it just lasted so long, so that I didn't actually get the effect of it to push back.
Yeah, and there's the Hub Batch, but it looks like you're gonna go for Life Aura this turn instead.
I think I'm afraid. That's why I'm getting my defenses down.
Yeah, fireboltbro does have that Psybeast Gregor Giga in his folder, which we saw the power of earlier, so...
And he was actually red, meaning he had the ability to shoot off a 2 times damage if he wanted to. Okay, I'm protected. It's fine.
Ooh, and get a free ×2 on that anti-damage.
I think even now, I just could not remember that he had that status guard.
Yeah, but did manage to get a good swipe in with the Sword Buster.
Yeah, I think he was moving forward a little too often. And I don't know why he was actually doing that, but I think every now and then when he came up, I always thought I could just slash him.
Yeah, the big issue with the Sword Buster is that, as we saw there, it causes a blinking. Ooh, and there's a Summon Black 3 to clear the Life Aura.
There go all of my defenses. Oh, I still have 1. So it's possible I can still get this lock here.
Yeah, with the summon block 3 is in a W code, so we actually could be seeing the double beast come out from fireboltbro here this turn, so you definitely want to hang on to that anti-damage.
Okay. I think my heart skipped a beat when he didn't go into the custom screen right away.
Yeah, it looks like fireboltbro just didn't have it that turn, but that was definitely a very scary situation. If he had it, it could have been the game, but
Luckily for me, I survive another turn.
he's going into erase cross here and uses the...
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, but that was still, oh, go ahead.
I think there was probably a chance he had uninstall on that knock gun, because all the rest of the chips he used that turn with G.
Yeah, I thought he already got it earlier, but that might have been in the other round. That was still, both rounds so far have been very close. This is definitely still anyone's game here in the third round.
I think that was a 3-frame? Oh no, I remember this. It's all coming back to me.
The turn 1 uninstall from fireboltbro. That's... Oh no, and I think the mine is in that very front top column, which means if you okay, you blew it up with it.
There it goes. Oh no, it's all coming back.
No, but yeah, so actually I think you can step on your own mine in those situations. Like if they take your area and you take it back, then the mine will still be there, and it's like the mine itself is actually like treated as neutral. So yeah, I think in those situations you could actually step on your own mine, which would be very unfortunate.
I've done it before. It was not in this one, but in the past it has happened to me. Oh, thank God. That was double beast.
Yeah, that TFC invis there saved you 420 damage. And 2 grab banishes in a row.
I think I came to the conclusion he was not going to take my area. Perhaps? Something like that?
Okay, and that mine's actually in the back, because the rest of the area was broken, so he can... Oh, no, it's not. I thought it was. No, it was in the front. Yeah, he just broke it with the crack shot, and then... Yeah, Planet Man and Summon Black is such a strong synergy as well.
Yeah, the normal issue of not having a hole to shoot it is just not an issue anymore.
Yeah, and it comes in code with Double Beast. You can use it with a Humor. If you get a Humor proc, it does like 500 damage. It's a very powerful build. There's the Hub Batch Spout Cross to start firing off these ×2 charge shots.
Yeah, I think that was why I went into Dust in the first place, to try and dig out that as soon as possible. But now I don't really have much of a protection from this Dull Thunder here. And now he's invisible. Oh no. Oh no, I remember this.
Oh no, yeah, it just gets decrossed.
Oh, that shield was me trying to shoot meteors.
You do at least have your own uninstall now, but it looks like maybe going for the S code instead. Okay, no, there's the uninstall machine gun. The ground man's not gonna really do anything.
Yeah, it's better to just throw that out, I think. There's probably not going to be a situation where I can actually use that ground man here.
So the one thing about Planet Man is he actually really doesn't like being uninstalled, because the crack shot charges actually, when Planet Man's uninstalled, the crack shot actually works against them. because then he doesn't have shoes, so like he would basically trap himself. But we see here it's not really an issue because you still just have the Dull Thunder charge to go for anyways.
Oh, yeah, that does do that, huh? That's a good thing.
But fireboltbro still has a pretty big lead here, so
Yeah, and I only have one defense this turn, so I have to be really mindful about where I put that.
oh wow, that was a unfortunate TFC for fireboltbro there. TFC net area grab on the Judgment. Oh wow, and dodges the Aqua Dragon.
But I do have the opportunity to save my anti-damage to use in a quick second here.
Yeah, and thanks to Tomahawk Cross, you now have your own status guard. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 rocks, just 10 HP left. This is gonna be.
Okay,
oh
one.
no, and with the heal drain too. Oh, but he can't. Oh
He
no,
can't go in
he's
the
not
middle. No! No, okay. Okay, yeah, no. That was really tough.
Yeah, I think yeah, with Planet Man, I'm countering so much of what your build wanted to do. It was definitely an uphill battle there. So I was definitely still well played. That was a fun match to watch.
Oh, you think so? All right, cool. It hurt me.
Yeah, no, I think that that definitely showed there the power of Planet Man. Not even just because of the status guard, but also the power of the crack shot buster. So, and also just the power of a Scarecrow. So,
Oh, yeah, Scarecrow too. It all adds up.
but yeah, so that was still a good match to watch. And for our next match, we have Symes against Toadman DS.
Toadman DS again.
Yeah, so it's the Magnet Man mini bombs against the Search Man.
How did this turn out? I don't know how that. I feel like your builds is completely unrelated to each other.
Yeah, like that's a good point. Like it is kind of weird because like they're both just doing their own thing, and like neither of them really like interact with the other one like in a particular way. So I think basically we're both just gonna be like just like trying to play to our own build's strengths instead of like going out of our way to like try and counter like what the other person's doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think the only thing that you guys might be fighting over would be area, because if you don't have the area to throw those bombs, you can't land that damage. And Toadman would want to trap you into area that would like to trap you in area to land those circle guns as much as possible.
Yeah, and so this is another Gregor mirror as well. So we both have that Gregor Giga, but Toadman DS to go with the Search Man also has the Delta Ray Edge. So we'll definitely have to look out and see if Toadman is able to land any of those Delta Rays. And I think with that, we can get into the match.
Alright. Oh, I actually wanted to ask, why don't you have a reg? Did you just not, could you just not decide?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, yeah, no, I didn't really feel like anything in particular. would be like particularly important to reg for this build. For my tags, I do just have a grab revenge area grab tag because, as you said, I need to be at least neutral area for the mini bombs. Like if they're at +1 in camping, then the mini bombs can't reach them there. So that's why I have the grab revenge area grab tag. But I just didn't really feel like I needed any of those chips as a reg.
Yeah, I think that was why I thought that would be right there. Oh. Do you two have rush? I don't think you do.
I do in my.
Oh yeah, you
house.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, taking a look at Toadman's build again. Yeah, Toadman has no rush. So actually, so one card that gives rush, you get the Shadow for the Sword Buster, which also has the Charge Shot Invis, which is banned. Some people actually use Momogra because that gives rush and is only 6 MB, but like if you don't have room for rush in your Navi cust, but we haven't seen that yet in any of these builds.
I had Shadow, but I think I forgot, and I still put rush into my custom.
Well, Shadow doesn't give rush. That's Momogra.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, they're both 6 MB and they both have the Charge Shot Invisible. So.
Oh, okay, maybe that's why.
And there's the TFC Double Beast. So that's a clean 420 damage. Yeah, Double Beast is just such a dumb chip. It just So the way Double Beast actually works is the damage is completely set. Double Beast can't be boosted at all by it can't even be boosted by Humor. It's not boosted by Double Point. But it hits from anywhere on the field. That's what really makes it more broken than all the other Navi chips. Like Groundman is position dependent. He wants the person to not be in his row. He loses the holes. Like all the other Navis have these conditions for them to land. Double Beast is like, nope, it just hits from anywhere on the field. Like, look at that. A Proto-Man gets stopped by the hole. Double Beast just wouldn't care.
It's like Proto-Man volunteered to be the example.
Yeah, Proto-Man is like, I will now demonstrate why I'm not as good as Double Beast. Oh, but another ×2 Blast Man for 500 damage.
It's gonna make this difficult. Oh, and I think before I was going to mention, when Toadman used their circle gun, you can actually TFC with area grab to save yourself if you're in the center row.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't TFC the area grab there when a ×2 element.
Another ×2, yeah. Oh no.
Oh no! He threw it away. That is so unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know how much lag there was here, but it's very unfortunate to see that.
I think they were just mashing because you have to mash on Delta Ray to get the 3 hits. It has like the command thing.
That makes so much sense.
But yeah, that was that would have been the full hits too. So that was very sad.
Yeah, I could see that happening to myself too.
Yeah, it's happened to me with Element Man SP before as well.
I've definitely done that to Magnum as well. Trying to get them, they're trying to land on the first row.
Yeah, but Dorman is still up by like almost exactly 1,000 HP, and they still have the Gregor in their folder, but still the Delta Ray miss was huge.
And the Invisible on the Double Beast was also amazing for you. to at least stay ahead in the game, or at least try and keep up, I guess would be the proper word in there.
Yeah, one more really thing about Double Beast that makes it so strong is it's amazing at closing out games at low HP, because since it's so many multi-hits, it unless and lock the Gregor. But yeah, unless they're in a very specific HP range, Double Beast will basically just go through Undershirt because of all the multi-hits. So
Yeah.
at low HP, it's amazing at just closing out games.
I believe the Buster Shots from the Gregor Beast actually goes through anti-damage as well. If that sounds right to you?
Yeah, oh yeah, because they're less than 10 damage. And also the drill is pseudo break, so even if you block Double Beast with a shield, you'll still get hit by the drill arm part of it.
Oh, I love this. Well, now what?
Yeah, so that's the other part of my build. I obviously have the Magnet Man immobilized to go for the mini bombs. But then once I uninstall them, I have the get-ons to lock them in place and just bombs away.
Oh, it looks like they just bought the recovery because they have code J now. So probably not much in terms of power this turn from Toadman today. This turn.
Yeah, it looks like they don't have anything to break my life aura right now.
Oh, they've used their Gregor too. Yeah, this is a really difficult fight for Toadman now. He really turned around the HP. Oh, this is it. This is over. You need the Gregor. Just finish him off like this. Oh!
I had a lot of fun with this build.
It looks really fun.
But yeah, so if it wasn't for the Delta Ray miss, that first round would have been much closer at the end. So I'm not sure if it would have actually made a difference in terms of like if Toadman would have won, but it would have been very close. So that was still a close round despite how it seemed at the end. And here we see the turn 1 Double Beast.
I feel like turn 1 Double Beast, like, it hits like 90% of the time. It feels so reliable.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of why a beat is very good in this format, because it checks that instant turn 1 Double Beast, because you do not want to start off the round and immediately lose that 420 HP. No one wants that, so having beat would mitigate that, but I don't have it in this build.
Oh, opting not to use the anti-damage here. Maybe thinking it was bait or something?
Yeah, I was worried, because this is Searchman, so like he could already have his Gregor or Delta Ray here, so I was kind of just worried about that and wanted to hold on to the anti-damage just in case.
That's a very good reason. Ooh, losing that there. Circle Gun getting rid of that cursor. Circle Gun being a cursor chip, getting rid of that anti-damage there.
Yeah, the Circle Gun Searchman is a very interesting card because getting the chip shuffle is great, and the Circle Gun is okay. The big issue with we saw Planet Man in the last match with the Crack Shot Buster, and so since Circle Gun doesn't hit over holes, it actually really gets countered by Planet Man as well. And then
yeah, that would do that, huh?
Yeah, so the Circle Gun is it has some matchups where it can work very well, but it also has some matchups where it basically gets completely shut down. So that's also a lot of what this format is. It's very matchup dependent.
Oh yeah. That's very true. If your plan basically, because there are so many options in this format, you can just end up in a situation where someone has the option that basically shuts out yours. Oh, I would have gone for the area grab right after the min grab? Oh, not even using... Huh.
And so I finally have a uninstall in my hand, but nothing to use with it right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what happened. Okay. But this is looking pretty difficult for Symes in this one. Was this one of the earlier matches that you played?
Yeah, I think this one was near the beginning of the week.
Because I think that everyone slowly started getting more used to the builds that they brought to the new moon for the cycle.
Yeah, it was almost kind of like a Freaky Friday in that way, as as the week goes on, you get like more used to your build, and so you like are able to make some better plays with it. And yeah, we see here Dorman has a huge lead again, but just misses the ×2 on that blast, man. That would have been
It just
been
missed
another
here.
240.
Also, wow, you're really not... You really just throwing away chips there. Was there any reason why you didn't just throw that judgment out there?
I mean, Dorman didn't have a plus area there or anything, so... And that one whole panel stopped the Delta Ray.
Wow!
So I didn't even need to use my invis there. Yeah, Delta Ray it's kind of a bad Giga, guys, sorry. Okay, so I actually didn't get to use my Gregor there that turn, so it looks like I'm just you do not want to throw away the Gregor Giga, so
Yeah,
definitely hanging on to that one, even with no other chips.
Yeah, I think you'd waited long enough for that 2 times and just couldn't get it.
Yeah, that's the other thing about this mod cards format is like with all the humor builds and stuff. Oh, and the
my gosh.
Masa. This format has a lot more RNG with like all the Buster Bug builds and the humor builds and stuff. So
Yeah, it does. That's true.
but yeah, down to just 7 HP after that Muramasa.
And you basically went into that custom screen without any defenses. Okay, you have time. You just sit up here and hopefully they
Yeah,
go
but
up to
I
you.
used to get on too early because the other panels that were broken before got fixed.
Oh, they did. Oh, you can't use your navigation except for the double beast. And it looks like you might be forced to throw away the double beast. Okay, they didn't bring it. Okay.
Yeah, so this double beast will close the gap a little bit.
Ooh, the uninstall coming in. But all the holes are gone now, so now you're free to basically do anything.
It's free to whiff the erase, man.
Yeah, unfortunate.
And yeah, so with this plus area, Toadman can just camp out of the range for these mini bombs as well.
Yeah. Were you going for electric there, or was that just...
I don't really remember. I think down to just these last 3 chips and against the 750 HP, it's pretty tough to try and come back from this.
Yeah, I think even for me mentally, I just pretty clocked out. Just end me already kind of mindset sometimes. Ooh, that was nice. Oh yeah, there's not much you can do now. Yeah.
Yeah, against this. Yeah, okay, now there's a really...
Yeah.
Yeah, so after what happened in the first round, though, that was a great response in the second round by Toadman there. Toadman DS.
And not the regular Toadman, the DS kind.
Yeah, not Toadman SP either, Dark Toadman. I guess
I kind of wonder why they went for that name. Oh, wait. Oh, that was good.
I think it stands for Dark Soul. But yeah, Rabito was using too many dark chips.
Nice. I think sometimes I'm really afraid that when you're blind, your opponent can just be invisible, and you just kind of have to accept it.
Oh, that's true. If they have if they have color bug as well and get the invisible. The thing about the invisible with color bug is there's actually a sound cue for it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the invisible.
Yeah, you can hear like the sound effect of them going invisible at the start of the round, like even before the first, like when the cut screen first opens before the first turn. So if you're listening for that, you can actually the spooky thing is when both people have the color bug though. You don't know who got the invisible.
Yeah.
It's like, is it me? Is it them? Who has it?
I know the feel. You can hear the kind of like poof sound for the invisible, and then if both of you have status bug, it just stops being like, you just don't know if oh, that was really nice.
Yeah, that Sanctuary TFC save, instead of taking that would have been 1,000 damage, and instead it was only 250. Sanctuary is a pretty great job.
Yeah, and it looks like you're going to have Holy Aura. And I would assume Toadman did not bring their Runerack this turn. Hopefully, for you.
Yeah, unless they made like a hard read or something.
Or if they brought like a grab banish plus the Windrack.
And yeah, see, I knew that a ×2 Groundman SP would actually break through my Holy Aura, but I was camping the Invis anyways. But Toadman just, I guess they didn't think they were gonna get the ×2 on it.
Yeah, I think that would have been but they did have the Windrack to at least deal with it. I guess maybe they put it at the end, not expecting the Aura to come out. Actually, come to think of it, if they had the Groundman SP, they might have wanted to just put that as their first ship. Yeah, and that's all of Delta Ray gone.
Yeah, so that's all 3 rounds, and the Delta Ray didn't connect once. Although it was very unlucky that it didn't in the first round.
But now they're going to be able to use that Sanctuary panel against you. Oh.
Yeah, that is one of the downsides of Sanctuary, is you don't want to use it when you using Sanctuary when you're at +1 area is really bad, because then it gives your opponent a column of holy panels for when they get their area back. So that is definitely one of the few downsides or risks to using Sanct.
But considering how it saved you 750 damage from that Blast Man 2 times, I think it was probably worth it at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take giving my opponent a column of holy panels to save that much damage from a Blast Man SP. That's the other thing about this format with how common humor is. Blast Man SP actually becomes even scarier than he is in normal BN6. You just go for that the big 1000. It's pretty terrifying.
Well, there goes that Judgment.
And yes, I went Beast out here because I wanted to go back into Baseman, because I wanted to. So one thing about this format is like going into crosses is good, But sometimes you like if you have like the B plus lefts and like the modified charge shots and humor, you want to go back into a baseman. And so like you can either try to get your opponent to decross you, or you just have to go into beast for 3 turns. Which isn't so bad for Gregor, because you still have the great beast charges like a lack and erase, so...
Yeah, I know it's quite common for base players, for base BX players to go into a cross like Dust, to dig out their important tools, and then just go, and then try and play in a way that they get decrossed by their opponents who can go back into normal Mega Man.
Yeah, one thing you can do if you're Falter. One thing you can do if you're Falter is if they have an anti-damage up, you can go into Tengu Cross, trigger their anti-damage, and then just let it hit you.
Yeah, also those it's very scary when someone that happened to me, yeah, it did. So it's very scary when I saw that 2 times bodyguard. Ooh, perfect. This is one of those situations where you want to try and be at least in a position where you're able to use your defensive chips safely.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't TFC the invis there.
Yeah, I think it would have been a good idea to try and protect your... Oh, I mean, that's a good reason.
No, I had 2. And yeah, I think Toadman DS does still have their own Gregor Giga here. I don't think they used it yet, so they actually, and especially with that humor bug yet, like that's the thing about these humor Gregor builds. Like this is not over yet. Like that ×2 Gregor, if Dorman can get it, would actually, if they get 5 rocks, it would put me down to 1 HP, even at this much HP.
Wait, really? Oh no. I thought it was more than that. Oof. Oh, going for the uninstall first. I kind of liked your initial idea. Oh no.
Okay, there it is, but no ×2.
Yeah, normal damage, so you still have a pretty solid lead here.
Yeah, and we're both uninstalled here, so neither of us has air shoes. So what I have to try and do...
Trap them into the same row as you and then throw...
Yeah, but I messed up. Messed up, so they're safe. And now Dorman can, or Toadman can actually just use these Circ gun charges. I really messed up here.
Yeah, you really did. You had such a solid chance.
Yeah, I tried to trap them for the mini bombs and then just trapped myself for those circle guns, so...
At least you were able to make it back to the middle.
Yeah,
so now
this is much closer.
This is basically anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, although I'm not sure what Toadman has left. Ooh,
a life orb
orb.
would be very helpful. Oh, but you have the static to deal with it. You can blow that away very easily. If that panel weren't there... Okay, perfect. Let's say if they have the answer for that ground man, because that basically would seal the game. Yeah, I think waiting for any defenses to come up and TFCing that would be the best strategy here.
Yeah, I think at Dorman, they used both their Gigas. I think they used like all their big SP Navi. So, no, there's Proto Man, but...
And just as you said it, but that's basically it. Good job from the both of you two.
Yeah, that was a very fun match to play. GG's.
GG's from G-Code.
Yeah, it was ended up being pretty close in all 3 rounds. I kind of got wrecked in that second round, so... Yeah, definitely a very fun match. And so we're now on to our last match of the day, which will be SoulXCross, who we had on earlier for a commentary, versus ShironaNep, who we saw earlier. with the Larkman build.
Ah, yes, the Lockman build.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, you and Soul went over it earlier, but yeah, Larkman has that charge shot that breaks the opponent's chips. So it's probably like the single most annoying thing in the game to fight against, because getting your chips destroyed sucks.
I honestly don't know which is worse, Planet Man or this.
I think as bad as Planet Man can be, like he's the fun police. Larkman is like the, I don't know, like the fun, the anti-fun president.
I mean, it basically lets them control the pace of the match. It's just the scariest thing, I think.
Yeah, it does actually. It can still lose against the Buster builds. They can kind of just burst it down sometimes, which is actually kind of what Soul has here. We see he has Miney, and so the thing about so in VN6 and EXE6, the Buster attack stat isn't capped at 5. It can go all the way up to 10. But using the attack from your Navicust, you can only get it up to 5. And then in the US version, in VN6, you need to use Buster up chips to get it like all the way up from 5 to 10. But the mod cards can actually take it above 5. So we see Soul as the attack max. But then we see he has the Miney card. And so Miney gives you attack plus 3. And so Soul will actually start with a Buster level of 8. And so those types of Buster builds can actually sometimes do very well against the Larkman, because they can just burst them down with the Buster DPS. And we see that Soul also has Freeze Man. And what Freeze Man does 2 things. He gives you first barrier 200, which is very useful, because like right off the bat your opponent has to just deal with a barrier 200. And it also makes your Buster shots create ice panels.
Yeah, I remember going over this build with Soul for a bit, and even though he only has 8 Buster attack, he has the 2 Buster ups tagged together to try and get to 10 as soon as possible. And the goal of this build is basically to use Freeze Man to basically freeze a panel below you, and then just, I guess in melee terms, wobble you.
Yeah, because if you want to explain how it works with the Spout Cross.
Basically, your Spout Cross charge shot is so fast that you can shoot with the normal few shots, and Freeze Man's effect basically lets you create ice panels below the opponent with those shots. So you can loop them into an infinite loop of just being frozen by the charge shot of Aquacross, and then creating ice panels below them to just freeze them for the entire turn.
Yeah, there are it's a very strong build. I've definitely in some of the matches I've watched of Japanese players, I've seen Freeze Man used quite a bit as well. But it does have 2 big weaknesses. It doesn't work. It gets kind of walled out by the Planet Man status guard builds because they can't be frozen. And it is very reliant on keeping Spout Cross. So if you lose Spout Cross, that's like pretty much your main win condition. But we see Soul also has Numbers. I don't think we've really talked about Numbers yet, but Numbers is an extremely strong card. For only 17 MB, it gives you custom +1, mega +1, and even giga +1. So we see Soul has both the Hub Batch and the Falzar Giga, which I think will be our first time seeing that today as well. And unless there's anything else you want to add, I think we can head into the match.
the last thing I guess I had in mind was the Buster bug. The goal of that basically was to counter any, or at least to have a fighting chance against any Planet Man builds. I think that's what he said about that. And the opposite side also has numbers, so we have double vigors from both sides here.
Yeah, thanks to numbers being a thing, it's very common to see these 2 or sometimes even 3 giga builds in this format. And I think with that we can head into the match.
Oh wow, lucky him, he got uninstalled right away.
Yeah, but he has nothing to use it with. Those bubble stars are in S code, so...
Yeah, he won't be able to link anything from that. But he does have also the double beast. Let's see if there's a beat on the other side. I forget if there was.
Yeah, and so, yeah, we haven't seen much of this yet today, but yeah, Soul on this cube field and wanting to dig for, the bug fix and stuff, we see him going straight into SoulXCross.
Oh yeah, the barrier 200 is so perfect for this SoulXCross kind of digging.
Yeah, the barrier 200 is, we see a lot of first barrier used with a dust dig. Ooh, but Shirona has the static there to clear out the barrier 200.
I'm surprised. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen earlier. I do think that it's kind of neat. Well, I don't know. I think it's a interesting thing that only Freezeman has barrier 200 at start. One thing I've heard from a Japanese player say is that if you see barrier 200, it's basically them trying to tell you, I want to just freeze you to death.
Yeah, I mean, the Mr. Famous card has first life aura, and yeah, the Mr. Famous card is pretty funny because it gives you first life aura, and then it gives you like Cust +3, Giga Folder +2, Mega Folder +2. It's basically like a...
It's the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's basically like a numbers, but it even gives you even more. The problem is it costs 69 MB, so it only leaves you with another 11. And ooh, the uninstalled machine gun comes out.
Yeah. Now they won't be able to deal with any holes. They have to basically just fight. Oh, they got the uninstall themselves. Let's see if they can actually land this.
And is he okay? And it looks like he's gonna go for the combo this turn with the spout cross. I mean, it looks there's a big HP gap between them, right? Oh, he's not going for the spout. Yeah, that's interesting. Maybe he wants to bring it with some defenses to make sure it won't get decrossed by a judgment or something.
Oh wait, they lost bug fix.
Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. That's so rough. That's like the worst thing he could have lost. Oh no.
Well, they could still freeze them. They just can't use their...
He'll get all the misfires, so he can't even... Let me check his build again. What Buster Bug level does he have? If he is level 3, oh no. Oh yeah, that looks like level... That actually only looks like level 2, looking at his cost, but that's just still going to be extremely rough. And also now down at just 17 HP.
Oh, falls off times 2 though? Wait, this is winnable.
No. The power of
okay.
Oh, the gun bells, no.
Yeah, okay, there was no way out of that.
But yeah, that shows right there the power of the Side Beast Gigas with those times 2 procs. It just wipes out so much HP in an instant.
Oh yeah, get rid of beat. That's always the first thing you do.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be losing your Gigas or Double Beast to beat.
Oh yeah, now it's time to put up that aura.
It was kind of risky using it in the same row as Shirona, though. And if they had a TFC erase, man, that would have been pretty rough for Soul there.
I think Soul probably... Oh yeah, I think the Shirona's reg is actually static, so they can actually get rid of any barriers right away.
Yeah, the static reg actually, that does kind of counter this Freeze Man build.
Right, it looked like an attempt to get rid of Rush that didn't exist.
Ooh, the Erase Man will clear out this life aura though.
Okay, yeah. That looked like code K, so I don't think there was anything else in K for them to use this turn. Probably a good time to try digging for that mop gun or whatever you put together with that. Ooh. Oh yeah, Soul got the mop gun here.
Yeah, but I think still no bug fix, right?
Yeah, Soul hasn't gotten the bug fix just yet. Oh, they got three frames!
And yeah, he loses. Usually when you get 3 frame, that just uses the chip after, but not if you get like paralyzed by an Erase Man or something. But he still gets the uninstall. He still gets the ×2 Judge Man.
Oh no!
Wow, that is just
very, very unfortunate.
Yeah, there's just such a big gap in their HP now.
At least only one side has been uninstalled. And these charge shots from Soul are actually doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, and he finally has the bug fix, so we'll probably see him go for the Spout Cross play here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If he gets this set up, this HP gap will actually be closed like by the end of this turn.
Ooh, that was not the greatest TFC from Shirona there. Oh, double invis.
Are we about to see like a
Ooh, that is not what you want to see.
See, that's the thing about a Lark Man. It's like in any other matchup, Soul would have been pretty safe camping that anti-damage. But against the Lark Man, if you don't use it, they're just gonna delete it. So it's like you're forced to like what I mentioned earlier about pressuring your opponent to use their chip first, and then you use like the Side Beast Giga or Double Beast. That's what Lark Man can do.
Yeah, that's
and
basically what's there.
Oh, and also so Lark Man does have that pseudo status guard actually. So Lark Man has a thing where they have damage bug confusion. And it's actually very useful because the confusion will override it if you get like another status effect. Like if you try to paralyze them, they'll just get confused instead. So I think
that could be some trouble for the that could be some trouble. Oh yeah, like right there.
Yeah, so I think it was actually really bad for Soul to uninstall them. Like Soul needed Shirona to keep their super armor, because with the super armor uninstalled, yeah, we see this this damage confused bug. Like Larkman is just so good. He has the chip break, he has the beat, the air shoes, and he also has this damage bug confuse, which like almost acts as a bootleg status guard.
Which is really not helpful. Oh, this is really not helping this build. Okay, I think that's good news for Soul. Okay, now that they have nothing but ice on their side, they basically have no way of lining up with Soul here.
And it looks like they don't have anything to beast charge with this Elect Beast either. And the Gregor Beast gives them super armor. so they would get frozen. But for some reason, Soul was
It was very
Soul couldn't
unfortunate.
get it.
Yeah, the bubbles came out, but unfortunately, they just didn't take the hit there.
Okay, but he has this Falzar Giga will close it out if he gets the hits. But he can't thanks to this area grab.
Oh, there goes all the ice panels. Oh, okay, it's over.
I think what Soul would have needed to do is if Soul had like missed that Element Man and not because hitting with the Element Man fire gave Shirona blinking. Like if
Yeah.
Soul had missed the Element Man and if he just like YOLO gone for the Falzar, he could have maybe got enough feather hits to win.
Close out
But
the game. But
yeah, but that was well played to both players.
yeah, GG's.
Yeah, it was pretty unfortunate that Soul wasn't ever able to get the Spout Cross Freeze Man infinite combo set up, but it was still a great match and very close both rounds.
Yeah, well played to both sides. It's always fun, like trying to see how different builds interact with each other and how they affect the matchup. Obviously, there is that Larkman, which personally I don't really like, but it's out there and people have to learn how to adapt and play against it, which I think Sol did pretty well, especially in that game one. That 2x Falzar almost got the comeback.
Yeah, I think most people don't like Larkman, but I know Soul himself has actually played used Larkman builds before, so he probably had some
He knows how it feels.
yeah, he knows how it feels to be the one on the other side deleting the other person's chips.
He calls it his roll build.
Yeah, because it's like I think it's supposed to be like a roll arrow, which breaks their chips.
And he has some R code stuff for roll 3.
Oh man.
But yeah, so unfortunately, that was the final match for today's stream. But don't worry. So if you are looking for more Battle Network action, there is more coming up over the next coming weeks. So New Moon continues, and we just started. In fact, this was the first cycle for this group, and signups for cycle 14 are still open and will close today at 10 p.m. PST. The format will be mudcard, so if you are interested, then make sure to join and head up to the N1GP Discord, do exclamation New Moon. Alright, and with that, before ending the stream, I do want to give a quick shout out to the donations that we received since last week's stream. So thank you to Nox Libiao for that $300 very generous donation with no comment, and thank you to Zay for saying good morning and One for $10 earlier today's stream. Thank you again very much for the donations. Support is very much appreciated, and will, as always, go into improving the N1GP and facilitating everything. Alright, and with that, that will conclude today's stream. So thank you everyone for watching. Obviously, huge shout out to all of the players for playing and submitting matches. And last but not least, for our commentators, SoulXCross, Nonstopmop, and Symes. And obviously for Salad for making the stream layout and all of these transitions that I think I saw a few people in chat saying they really liked them.
Yeah, and also for playerzero for operating the stream again.
Yeah, thanks so much for doing all this crazy stuff that I don't understand.
Yeah, it's always an honor. And obviously we also had Honor Knight selecting the VODs and Enduring Grey for making that double VOD we had on today's stream. So all of the people getting together to make all of the swords, huge shout outs, and obviously thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. Goodbye!